apologize to you. That's all I can do at this point.
I don't even need that.
It's heartfelt
Jeez.
apology. But yeah, okay.
You get under my skin more than any other person.
I just make you fucking nervous all the time.
You make me frustrated. You make me feel guilty. I don't feel any guilt from anyone else, really. So that's impressive.
Isn't that cool how I can do that with Dawson?
You just know the right triggers. Dude.
Yeah, it's because we're the same person.
Yeah, kind of. We're
all a little too similar.
Are you just? Did you guys cop any mac and cheese?
I
was
vegan.
eating pizza.
You were eating pizza. You weren't about the.
You had pizza and mac and cheese.
Dude,
that's a lot of.
I have so much carbs.
That's a lot of
swimming in me right
dairy
now.
A lot of carbs,
carbs,
a lot of
just-
cheese.
Yeah,
I can't have too much cheese.
I'm not feeling too good. Are you
Yeah.
lactose intolerant?
Slightly.
Ew.
everyone-
What happens? Do you just poop?
It happens to everyone.
You know, it's like
eventually.
it's a shitty process. Like you
Dude.
get bloated, and it's like it's about to go down.
In 20XX,
Then-
everyone's lactose intolerant.
It's just fart.
No,
No, it's like they're bad farts too. They're not healthy farts. Like,
you lose.
They're
the
not
enzyme,
fun. They're
dude.
just sad and mean.
Everyone should just.
and then you have to
Almond
poop,
milk.
and it's good.
Honestly,
It's better. Almond milk is the truth.
Almond milk is the reason why we're running out of water.
No, it's not. I refuse to believe it because almond
Almonds
milk
take a
is
lot of
godsend.
water to
Almonds-
make.
Almond. It takes 4 gallons of water to grow one almond, and then you make almond water out of it.
It takes
Fuck
10
your
gallons
couch.
to flush a toilet.
Some toilets.
All toilets.
That's why I never flush.
Not all
all
toilets.
toilets.
That's right.
Hashtag it.
Jet, how's it going? Jet's doing some Photoshop. He's under the gun right. It's like Swordfish
Yeah.
when Hugh Jackman's getting a blowjob while he has to hack the computer.
I'm in.
But instead, he's just doing a stupid Photoshop of Sonic the Hedgehog, and
Someone
no
should-
one's threatening him.
Someone should change that scene to like he's like nervously.
Yeah,
He's
when
like
he turns it
nervously
around.
shitposting.
Nervously shitposting. I'm totally gonna do
He
that.
turns
I'm
it-
stealing
oh.
your meme.
Fuck off.
I'm
dude.
stealing your
Every
meme.
time.
He does this to me every time.
He's the biggest meme appropriator I know,
honestly,
dude.
Hey, ideas belong to everyone, bro.
Don't think I didn't hear the fucking
I'm just
Hillary
gonna stay
Clinton
quiet.
Oh,
beans
you did?
bit
Ah,
on
shit.
commentary. The next week, you used the same bit 2 weeks in a row?
Oh man,
Sorry.
Fuck you,
I had
dude.
to.
that's
dude.
chill as fuck.
It wasn't even
we
a
got-
good
It's
segue.
the cosmic bookshelf, man. We're all just taking ideas from the
bookshelf.
cosmos,
You're
right?
appropriating my meme culture, and I'm
Others would
not
call
having
that
it, dude.
stomping someone else's bit.
Yeah.
Look,
You're
if I'm
bringing-
gonna make it in this business, I can't be thinking up A material
You think
all the
D1
time.
didn't stomp somebody else's bit once upon a time?
Yeah,
Dude.
everyone got to where they were by
Yep.
stealing
But
from
some
them.
guy who's
burning
like-
From
my
their
bits
friends.
before I let them, like, flourish.
The
Dude,
ASeders post, that was your bit.
that was my bit. He snaked my fucking bit.
You know how
dude.
many
Dude,
likes and reactions that shit got? Astronomical.
Dude.
Bullshit, dude.
You
It
still
was
get
my
notifications.
fucking
Yeah,
bit.
I get
dude.
notifications probably next week on that one still.
You know what? When I first got here,
So
I was like,
mad,
oh,
dude.
you know, I don't really use my Twitter for like posting gang shit. You know, I just use it for like, oh, I did go to a tournament. Here I am in America. Oh, this is a cool picture. And then Slime was like, every time I'd be out with him, he was like, oh, that was funny, bro. Can I tweet that? And I'd see it, and it would get hella likes. And I'd be like, fuck, maybe I should start doing this.
Yeah, dude.
Because Slime's really good at like putting the legwork. You're a Ludwig. You're a Ludwig. Ludwig isn't
huge-
funny.
huge
But what he's
guy.
willing to do, what Lud is willing to do, is he's willing to like do the like Photoshop a pro player's face on Naruto for 1 million frames.
right. Yeah.
Like,
No,
Get some more water.
I need the work, man. You know,
yeah.
starving out here. Jet, how's the
Really
Photoshop going?
All right. We're under the clock, Jet.
Oh my
Keep
god.
your bits safe around Slime as
Dude,
long
that's
as
what I'm saying.
keep them locked up.
I'm gonna have a bit log where I just
I'm gonna
things
start.
I can't tell Slime because he's gonna take it. and
I
use
always
it.
ask.
You didn't ask the past 3 times.
I didn't. Okay, what am I
I
gonna
think-
ask you if I can compare Hillary Clinton to Bean?
Yes, because that is fire, dude.
Dude, and
that bit, it's worse because that bit killed you. It actually killed you.
Then you should be feeling like it's just it's an homage, dude. I respected the bit so much. I just wanted to.
And not only
it
did
was
you
like a
steal
cover.
you ran it back to back.
It wasn't back to
It was
back. It was
back-
like
it was-
2 weeks after.
Same.
Because I literally didn't go to Power 9.
The next week he got on the mic.
I didn't say that.
You know
the
why?
next week. You're dumb.
You know why?
What?
Because the week after that there was no stream, so you didn't have a chance to. But best.
I didn't
boy-
even go to the tournament.
Yeah, because there's no stream.
That's not
you
why.
couldn't
That's-
chill.
that-
I was
some
I was
Ludwig
really
shit.
busy. I had to write the Luigi thing. I was busy.
The Luigi thing's really good, by the
You're
way.
the white
Thank
person that gentrifies like another.
We were
area,
talking. Me and Vince were talking about that.
and you're just
the
like,
white
no,
guy
dude,
who
I'm
wants
helping him out. I'm giving him like.
That
better
is not. You
places
should have
to
heard
eat.
me in the car. I was popping off on the white girls and the brunch and everything.
He's like,
I don't
it's a
agree with
Mexican
it.
fusion restaurant, dude. It's okay that I'm white.
God.
Brunch is literally just like the meal of gentrification.
Oh yeah, once there's a brunch menu,
It's over.
It's over.
Dude, is it bad that I
Endless
love brunch?
mimosas
Yeah.
are just killing culture.
no, brunch is great.
Somewhere in the world,
Brunch sells.
there's a guy in a stained shirt, like, watching Smash 4 commentary, and he's like, I said destruction first.
It was mine.
That was my,
my
bit.
bit.
I'd go to the local and yell destruction anytime my Yoshi main friend would get it down there.
How, Jet? What's this? You're done?
Are we live?
Okay, go ahead. Hit the
Cue.
intro.
Yeah.
I feel
Also,
like we just used
mute us.
some
Mute us
gang
when you do it.
material.
No,
I think I'm gonna die. Fuck.
you and Cam. You're always either about to throw up or die.
That's really not like.
We got video. We got video feed.
We got video feed.
Welcome
My
to
lip ring
television.
Just fucked up.
Are you nervous to be on television, Vince?
Yeah, on the World Wide Web.
Big
so
leagues. Long way from Carson.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm longs away from Carson.
We have an ambassador here from Final Destination, which is
God bless all.
tell the people what Final Destination is for
Rest-
those who don't live in SoCal.
Rest in
It's
power.
a quaint little card shop. And
Was
yeah. Rest in peace to FD. Was a quaint little card shop in Carson, California, right off the 10 freeway. Yeah.
it's not off the 10.
That's not off the 10.
The 10's like miles away from
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Do you know where FD is?
The 10
That's-
freeway, the
no.
San Pedro freeway.
That's 710. That's either the 710 or the 4 or the 605. No, the
Oh.
91.
When you've been in
I don't
SoCal
know.
as long as me, you just shorten it to
Seven.
10.
It's the 710.
So, yeah.
You know which one I mean when I say the
Yeah,
10.
It's a 710.
There's a couple of 10s.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
few 10s.
Okay, so that's where it is. It's a small little card shop. It's there used to be a tournament every Tuesday and then Monday, and now
Mhm.
no days.
We used to have Saturdays too, and now no days.
Now no days. So it finally closed down.
God.
Unfortunately, no. It was kind of sad. It was like nobody went to FD, but like you still, it was still there.
It's like now that it's
Yeah.
gone, it's like
You like to
I
know
kind
they
of
wanna
wish
go
it was
to-
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's like Belk, on a side note.
yeah. Well, Belk was always kind of popping though.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
we don't, every single week someone will be like, you down to go to Belk, dude? I'm like, fuck no. And then towards the end of Belk's life, I was like, I started getting more and more nostalgic for a time that almost didn't exist for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's how I feel about FD. Like
I mean, yeah.
with the times I've gone to FD, I hated it. But now I'm
Same.
like, oh, I wish it was there again.
Take one more
Yeah.
trip. Ringless smoking a cig outside still.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
classic. Anyway,
Hearing
so
crashing noises on the floor.
This is Vince, aka Stanky. He was transported here safely by some FD ambassadors into the Pepis household,
yeah.
in which he's being protected by a peace treaty, if you will.
Mhm.
So we agree not to, come and just stab him and like Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
some sort of coup.
Yeah.
Anyway, later on, he's going to be telling us about this venue, Final Destination, which everyone in SoCal is familiar with, and some
Yeah, it's pretty
lore.
notorious.
And then we'll also talk about the crew battle. But for now, we need to talk about where Chong is. Chong is in
you wanna do
Hawaii.
that right now?
Yeah, here's the Chong update.
Chong's in Hawaii. There-
It's like, there's like little samples that like play it in.
Fuck yeah, baby!
Needle Storm Barrage!
Fuck.
Dragon drop. Anyway, Chong's in Hawaii.
Dragon Drop.
Chong's in Hawaii, and he apparently, Miles,
Yeah, so Chong went to Hawaii with his girlfriend, Caseyana, and before he was leaving, he was like, dude, the melee scene heard I was coming. Like, he messaged them saying they was coming, and he's like, they're throwing me a tournament, man.
like he's the fucking guest of
Like,
honor.
he's like this top player that they're going to like throw this crazy tournament for, and he was like, dude, I think I'm going to farm it. And
Throwing for him, he's gonna farm it.
This is the
Yeah.
same person who, when the SSS the SoCal Arcadian came around, he was like, at least pools will be free.
Yeah, he was.
And
like,
they were the most brutal pools you could ever imagine.
We
Yeah.
just
Scary
didn't
pools.
make it.
Yeah.
Did he make it out?
I don't think he did.
Chong or
I mean,
Wieners?
maybe he
Wieners
did.
drowned.
I know Wiener's drowned.
Yeah.
Well,
Chong
Up to
did
top
not.
32. Yeah, I don't think he would have.
Anyway, so he's in Hawaii.
Yeah, and so he's like, you know, Chong's never been like, he's never trolled about something like this in his life. Like he was dead set. This was not a bit.
He doesn't do bits, honestly.
No,
his
he's
capacity for bits is very.
He's just existing,
No bits.
really.
yeah, yeah, unashamedly being
Yeah,
is Chong.
that's the best bit of all, really.
Yeah.
Human
being
life,
you.
human existence.
Yeah.
It's really just us making bits of him, not really him indulging in the bits
Right,
with
of
us.
course.
Well, I mean, the upside to that is he can never squash a bit.
No,
No, sure.
yeah.
There's always going to be some pasta.
Anyway, he's in Hawaii,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
said his
So he was like gassed up that he was going to this tournament and stuff, and then he found out that it was on a different island from the island, and he's staying on it in Hawaii. And he looks at us and he's like, "Do you think I should start a GoFundMe to get there?"
Oh my god.
Me and Nick were already losing our minds.
Still not a bit. Or is it GoFundMe kind of going
No,
to bit
no,
territory? No.
no. This was still not a bit.
He's just yeah, no, like, and if everyone does it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Chong, if you're watching, probably not. I don't know what time it is in Hawaii, but we hope that you make it.
I hope that you
Yeah.
get there. I hope that the GoFundMe hits its
Yeah.
goal.
Hope that Kickstarter is looking real nice.
I was actually ready to get my phone out and like start donating
I would shit.
because it gets refunded if it doesn't hit the goal. So I would have shared it around.
Right. So good luck, Chong. Anyway, so this weekend was Smash Gods and Gatekeepers, sponsored by Red Bull. Drink Red Bull. It's great and delicious. Drink Red Bull.
But
Yeah.
legally, it can't give you wings anymore because that's apparently performance enhancing, and they got sued for that. So they can't say it gives you wings
No
anymore.
shit.
Really?
Is this a meme?
No, I think someone told me that everyone who's purchased a Red Bull ever in the last 10 years, there was like a class action lawsuit, and you were part
Because
of
they
it.
thought they were going to be given wings.
They heavily implied that there was like a big performance enhancing aspect to the thing. So it was like someone being an athlete in
Damn.
the ads, and they'll like win the race.
Yeah.
And apparently you can't do that.
It's not a good look.
Wow. Holy
Damn,
shit.
that's crazy.
Well, anyway, drink Red Bull.
Yeah.
So this tournament happened, and all of us went. Vince, you got sick?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Whose butthole did you tongue?
Peach iced tea.
No, good
Sure.
Who hasn't?
Solid.
Never
solid
have
choice.
I ever.
No, he did beat me though, and I felt sick after that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my immune system just gave up. Everything my body just gave up after a few good down smashes.
I
but
actually feel that. Like, I'm not joking that I've had that feeling.
it's not uncommon. Yeah, it's not the first time for me. You don't build immunity to it either. It's- Gotta live through it.
After a hard fought set that you then lose, it's like I think I'm getting sick, dude.
I'm not feeling
I don't
all
feel
right.
so
The
good.
mac and cheese is getting back to me. So, I mean, how did you like it as just a competitor, just a boy in the world? There's actually 4 different perspectives of the event here. So you're just a normal boy who entered.
Yeah, I mean, everyone my level, we're just kind of the cleanup crew for all the noobs in losers bracket, right?
Right,
like
right.
we just clean up everybody up, and then the good players just take us out and just like, oh, thank you for taking those guys, and they move on to do bigger and better things.
Yeah, the unsung heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So
They'll
yeah.
remember you though. They'll see you at a tournament in the future, and you'll go, "Hey, dude," and they'll go, "Oh yeah, what's up?" man?" And you're like, "Dude,
Hey,
we
man."
played at Gods and Gatekeepers," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we did, yeah,
And then there's nothing to say after that.
yeah."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good luck in your pool, man. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you never. Bye. So Miles didn't enter, which surprised me. You just showed up kind of
I've
3
never
beers
done-
deep.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
It was great.
Did you like it?
It was really cool.
You were kind of
because
mad when you couldn't get in the pro player area. I've never seen you more
Ooh, he got
angry.
Barred out.
I only got barred. Like, dude, I'm the first to pay respects to a hierarchy. I think there should be VIP rooms. If the pro players don't want to play with scum like me, I miss. My chain grab's only 90%.
Right.
They're hitting it every time, and I'm a big self-flatulator, so I'm like, I am bad, they are good.
Right,
One day
right.
I will earn my place to be in there, and till then, scrubs keep out. But this VIP area, I see Shadow playing Frito, and I'm just trying to go in there to play Ludwig. And this guy's like, "Oh, sorry, man. Pro player badges only." I'm like, "Yeah, like all of these fucking pros that are in there,
What
right?"
did he say to that?
I'm just like, "Yeah, I actually like." I can see 60% of this room have less wins than me, so I'd like to go in there, please. And he's like, "Oh, you need a pro badge." I'm like, Really?
And then so I'm playing,
Ludwig is literally sitting 5 meters behind this guy.
trying to just like down air up smash like 9 times in a row. Just
Miguel is playing Dr. Mario with a girl who has a service dog next to her.
Jesus. No, like we're
And
having
like
a
all I'm
conversation
trying to
with
do, I'm not
Miles,
even
yeah.
trying to play.
He just wants to hang out.
so I'm playing. I'm just warming up. I finally get a chance to play this weekend. I haven't played like mostly the whole time, and I'm just like playing on a setup by myself, just feeling the game. And Miles just comes in. He's 3 beers deep, and he just walks in. He sees me and sits down immediately. He's like, "Man, fuck this, fuck VIP," and just starts going on this tirade. And I'm just like, "Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. But I felt for you. I'm sorry that happened."
Honestly,
but
though,
other than that,
that said, though, yeah, I really there is a rise of VIP rooms. I think that's a decent conversation to have. It's like, are these a good thing? Because it does really separate the players. And it's like, there's, I guess, one side of the argument is like, earn it, be there.
right?
And the other side of the argument is, what if I'm in gym and I want to play Plop Samus?
Yeah. Do
And
you
he's
deserve that?
He's in an area that I can't get to.
Yeah, and
Miguel's
Miles,
in there
and Miguel's in
playing a dog at Melee.
and losing.
The dog's tech skill is surprisingly sharp.
That's why
So-
he's in there.
Hey, he's a hitter.
He's
dude.
got his pro badge on.
You know why I respect Miles though is because he easily could have just went to the other side, and I asked him why he didn't. He was like, "I got barred out, dude. It's like there's a principle."
I got
there.
barred out like Jago.
Yeah. I got deep into the ASMR and I just couldn't come back.
Underrated bit.
I couldn't come back into the.
I wish I
VIP
laughed
room.
harder.
Because I was just like, dude, I walked in and there's like 2 ways you could get in, and one way was just not like people were just flooding in. That's
Yeah.
how Shadow got in.
I was in there for a while playing, and then I left to go do something, and I came back, and this guy bars me. I'm like, oh, really? Like, that's his job, man. Like, he's
Yeah.
being paid to be that guy, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give him the runaround.
I would have flexed on him. Like, I'm Legacy Esports. You could look
He
that
didn't
up.
wear
You
his
know who I
jersey
am?
though.
It doesn't matter. He could just be.
I was
like,
saying though, like,
OCE.
wear your jersey.
I'm not gonna flex, dude. Who am I? Like, I lose to fucking Frito out here. Like, I'm not gonna flex
All
on
right,
him.
okay. No,
I'll
that-
flex on him once I'm top 100, and I'll say, don't you ever
Yeah.
look at me again. you
Well,
plebeian."
okay. So from my perspective, then it's funny you talk about VIP rooms. I had a press pass, and I was doing interviews, which a video is coming out soon, which I hope will be pretty funny. Because for one, I get this press pass. It's a media badge. I get to go into the green room. I get to so the green room is basically the super VIP area. It's literally like top 20 MIOM, whoever's there, just big chilling. Some are playing Melee, some are just and they're like they get to be amongst themselves. It's very very bourgeois, right? Sorry. And so I go there and like anyway, I'm doing these interviews, and so my bit was to interview players and people in Melee and just kind of roast them. It kind of like Joe Goes, too, if you've ever seen those videos.
Yeah.
So I get there, and my first one is Matt.Zeb, because I wanted to ask him TO questions.
I saw that one.
You saw me doing
Yeah.
that one. He was really cool. He was really funny. He did he worked with me. He did a lot of bits. And so after that, I went. So after the interview ended, I said, "Matt, do you know Crush?" And he's like, "Kinda." And I'm like, "What do I gotta say to get an interview with him? Like, what do I gotta do?" He's like, "Honestly, I don't know. You could. Here's what you could do. Tell him that you have a kimono for him." And I'm like, "What? All right." So it takes me like all this energy to like talk to Crush. Like it's like a hot like girl I'm trying to ask out to prom.
Yeah.
Can't
And
just go straight up to
I'm
her.
so nervous. Yeah, I'm so nervous, and I'm like really far away. I'm like, there he is. Okay, no, he's kind of talking to somebody right now. I can't do it. And so I finally I grow some balls and I go up to Crush. I'm like, hey man, what do I got to say to get an interview with you? And already he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, there's a kimono in it for you. And instantly he's like, okay, let's go. And so I bring him over to where we're doing the interview, and we do the interview, and it's funny. You guys will see it eventually. And then at the end, I shake his hand, and I'm like, sorry, man, I lied to you. There's no kimono at all. And he just dips without saying anything, just turns around and leaves.
Just left.
And so so I finessed the shit out of Crush.
I think you should have
Get
been like,
fucked,
dude, it's
dude.
coming in the mail. And then,
I should have, but
dude, at the end of
that-
the video, you could have done like a short skit of you packaging it up. And like you put like a shine badge in there, like pat it down. You put a few like angry tweets in there for him. you know what I mean? Like make him a little package, send it off.
Right. You know, I mean, we still might be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leave
I think
him a
that's a good
note.
idea.
I hope your parents are alive.
Yeah. So anyway, that was really funny. That was probably the best thing. Anyway, I interviewed a bunch of people, but yeah, that VIP room. If you're a top player, I wouldn't want to leave there. It's AC. There's no gym marinos.
No gyms.
You know, unless
Big plus.
And what I noticed is that like players like Plup, while we were walking to go do an interview through the venue, he kept getting stopped, which is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And he was just very like, you know, this guy's like, oh, hey, I saw you. You actually signed my Wii at this tournament because he's having him sign his
That
Wii.
is
And
what we were talking
Plup
about
was
to the
like,
20th degree.
And Plup was like, oh yeah, the same Wii, huh? And just signing
That
it.
same Wii.
And he just keeps walking, and I'm like, what a life, right? Like, there's a sort of you're just expected to do that, and you can't avoid it. And the way you deal with it is a very conscious decision. You know, you can either just hide from the fans all day, you can do some crowd service, but it definitely has to be put into your schedule as like a top boy.
Yeah. You have to like learn how to diffuse those kind of situations too when people are just like keep going.
Yeah.
And like you don't know how to like leave without like, hey,
And
don't want to be a dick, but I like have to be on stream right now.
people don't understand as well that like the life of these guys is like, I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to get my head right, I'm trying to warm up, I'm trying to like everyone. If you have a mission at a tournament, like when you go and you're like, I want Subway at 12, and then at 1, I'm going to watch Plop on the screen. It's like, these guys' schedule is much more packed than that. And
yeah, it's packed, and it's more variable. Like, you say I'm going to do crowd work for a half hour, like, that could be, you know, that's not like getting Subway. Like, stuff can kind of mess with you during the crowd work. You know, you could, you know, it's not as simple as getting a foot-long meatball.
Like,
Yeah,
if you're
like
thinking
the
about
crowds
warming
attract
up for
more
your
crowds.
pool, you know,
Mhm.
it's like, they're thinking about that plus a million other things that they have to do.
Right.
And everyone wants a piece of them, so.
It's just interesting, right?
It's a weird cultural thing because I know the FGC does not deal with it to the extent that Smash does for sure.
What does the FGC do?
Just hang out, I guess.
They don't fangirl or what?
Yeah, they don't really fangirl. From what I heard, they don't fangirl as hard at the very least.
It's an older community.
Yeah. I kind of probably something to do with like the age group that like
And-
Melee and Smash 4 kind of bring.
I think if Smash is cool, FGC is too cool a lot of the time in terms of like their whole community is like, no, I knew this guy when he was playing on 4th at the arcade. Like, you know, they're much more like the old kind of guard of that kind of that nature of like, oh, I'm not a fan, I'm a player.
Right,
Like, I think whereas Melee, we've done it to ourselves with the way that we've made gods of the game.
It's self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And also,
I'll never be that good. I just want to.
I just want to be a homie, dude.
I just want to be a homie, dude.
That's all I want.
Be a homie,
dude.
bro.
Dude, me and Mango are homies.
Homies,
dude.
dude.
For $5 a month, anybody can be a homie.
Fuck, yeah.
Hell yeah. So Dawson, what did your experience? So do you want to let the feds know, or do you want to keep it?
Okay. The feds. To the feds.
Let's just say Dawson played in the tournament.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were talking about that. Yeah. I was a victim of the system, so I thought I could game it myself. And I did. I guess I'll just, like, talk about before Gods and Gatekeepers. I was actually kind of in talks. Like, I had a point of contact through Esteban, who was also working the event, to kind of help TO. Chroma made a big post. It's actually wonderfully written. Everyone
it's a
should
good
look
post.
that up on Twitter. Thick post.
Thick.
He said I was going to be head TO, which is kind of exaggeration. From what I was told, they didn't really have a TO team set up, and I wanted to be kind of like lead in that, not necessarily the head. Like, obviously the position I would want is like right under temp, but I knew I wasn't going to get it. So that fell through. There was like a long, weird thing with that. I didn't end up on the TO team. I even heard that Karch wasn't even going to be on, and he ended up being on. Like, apparently the whole getting together people is very chaotic, and that's why you saw a lot of like 2GG Smash 4 people TOing the tournament.
Yeah.
Which
became a problem.
Yeah, which was very much a problem. So me being the salty man that I am, thought I was like, well, I didn't pay for this, so I'm just going to go in and play under someone's name. Seems fair, right?
Oh, man.
And at first I felt kind of guilty. Like, I had already, like, scoped out who was, like, not there, and I was like, okay, I know they're signed up. Let me get one of these brackets, you know? And then I found out a lot of people were doing it.
Yeah, no, it was rampant.
It was
Really?
complete chaos. Our friend Should I name names?
No.
I'm not gonna name
Some
names.
guys.
Some guys were in multiple brackets, just slaying nerds.
I know some guys who handed one off after round 1 pools to another guy, and then got another one out of round
Dude,
pools.
that's so funny.
That's what I'm saying. We're over here at D1. This guy's like taking people out. He's got to go back at A2 to make the match, like to get into like top.
He's like,
56.
they're like, oh, good luck in round 2, man. He's like, I just ground round 1, man. He's like, once I get him, I sell him for 20.
I didn't. No, I don't think
He's like, hey.
Farming top 256 spots.
Yeah, spots and selling them on.
Yeah.
He sidles up to someone and they're like, he's like, how'd you go, man? And they're like, oh, I'm out. And like, you won't be back in?
I mean,
He's like, I got Frito. He's playing at 2. Looks a lot like you.
I was thinking about.
You're about what, 5'8", 5'9"?
It goes through a book.
There was like 4 DQs in the bracket that I did play it, and I was thinking because I had no respect for this TO. He was incompetent, and I'll get into that later. But I was like, I wonder how many people I could play for in this bracket to like without him recognizing me. Like I was ready to just like finesse the shit out of him for like 4 spots
Like
at the
an
top.
experiment to see how incompetent he might have
Yeah.
been.
But no, you game the system and sometimes the system bites back at you, and I got DQ'd.
Hell yeah. You got exactly what God Christ wanted for you.
Because I told him like, well, funny thing is I met a player who also took another name from someone who wasn't there and played under that name. So our match was pretty much to make it out, and I lost, went down to losers, and I was like, okay, told the TO, I'm going to go get a water, I'll be back.
I'll be I know it wasn't him.
Yeah, this guy is not that player. There's a funny story about that too. Tell him I'm gonna get some water. That I'll be right back. Just like I have people here that will call me or whatever. Like, cause Aang was in my pool. A few others were in my pool. They all knew me. So I was just like, yo, message me. I'm gonna just get some water. I'll be like chilling over there with like Irvine. So I go get the water, come back. I'm just chilling. I don't see him. I'm like at this point pretty much making eye contact with him. Like he's probably at where the door is. Like obviously you guys can't see, but he's maybe 10
It's about 20 meters.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. No, it's like
20?
I got you.
It's like 15.
15 meters.
It's like, yeah, like 10 feet away or some shit. And I'm making like
Metric
eye contact
system
with this guy. He's not on his loudspeaker. He's not like really mouthing like the name that I'm under, the alias. So I'm like thinking I'm chilling. And then I walk up and I'm like, hey man, do I have any matches? And he's like, oh, I DQ'd you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I DQ'd you. I called you like 15 times. And I'm like,
don't come to Power 9.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what's your name again?
Take a toilet break at Power 9. You're not going to be in the bracket.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I asked around, and Angel was like, yeah, he called you once. And I was like, oh, I could just call him. I know who that is. And he's like, nah, he's DQ'd.
Wow.
He hard DQ'd me, dude. And I told him where I was.
The feds told him.
Nah, dude, he didn't know. Because the other guy was in on it too that I was playing. So
he snitched.
Jeez.
Yeah. The guy who I played against would not snitch. I don't want to name him.
That's interesting.
He's part of the
at that point,
gang.
and at that point, I was already like stacking my chips, and I was like, okay, I could just play in this bracket. It's gonna happen at 1. Like I'll just.
You're already looking at the next game.
Yeah, I'm already. I'm like, I'm not out yet. But I had a homie who also wanted it, so we just gave it to him. We had a whole like.
Yeah, there was a giant web of fucking conspiracy.
We had a group. We had a Discord chat going. It was
apparently 1,200 people were registered, or like 1,100, and 800 showed up.
Yeah.
And so these spots were just getting DQ'd left and right. I talked to maybe it was Zoo I think it was Face Roll actually. And I was like, how'd you go, man? How was round 1? And he's like, well, I didn't get to
play a match.
He's like, I didn't play. It was 3 DQs.
Yeah. I played to play 2 matches, to play Alex, and then somebody to play my first match, to play Alex, took an hour straight. Like an hour of just waiting. It was not great.
I had to wait 30 minutes to play my fake first match.
Imagine if there were 1,100 people in that venue, though. It would have been too small. It would have been way too small.
You think so?
Yeah, add another third of the amount of people that were in there. Around the setups?
I'm with it.
Spectators.
Around the setups, it would have been pretty crunchy.
I don't think these were competitors.
They actually were stopping people at the door if you weren't in the wave.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I lied about that every time.
Yeah, you just lied. Like,
I didn't even have a competitor badge when I went up. But
they're like, oh, sorry, you need a pro badge to come in here.
You know what the best feeling is, guys? Is when you have a media badge.
And you get to do it whatever you
want.
And
you go to walk into the special zone, and there's a man who checks. and he sees it, and he's like, and you're in. It's like, oh, boys, it's intoxicating. There's a table of food, dude. I chugged so many fucking LaCroix. Ooh, baby.
LaCroix good.
We got
Very nice.
sparkling water.
I'm just saying, it was for a novice like me, it was a very cool experience.
Yeah, but so the open bracket was just a shit show, and that's really the only like criticism I have. And I think you explained it best, where it was like a television show with a bracket.
Yeah,
afterthought.
basically, that's what the whole
Yeah.
event felt like. It was just like good TV featuring a tournament rather than a tournament that is being
I
broadcast.
feel like
I
an
mean,
event and not much.
There
much
was really a way to
Right.
make it up there, though.
What?
Out of that tournament, Mike Hayes and a few others got up to the big stage. You know,
Yeah, sure.
there was
Yeah.
a way to do that if you played well.
Yeah,
enough.
but I'm
But they
saying,
got picked
but that,
up from
yeah,
the
and that
players.
doesn't mean that the bracket itself for everyone else, it shouldn't be shitty. Still, you know, it was.
well, I mean, for $10, they can kind of.
That's-
It was
Okay,
so cheap.
that's
It was
the-
so cheap.
This is
game.
the scheme here.
Yeah, we were talking about it, how like Red Bull made the perfect out of running like a really shitty tournament by just making it $10, so no one could
Yes.
complain.
Yeah, and honestly, the value was amazing.
It worked. Yeah,
you know.
And
I mean,
I
I
had a
didn't
great
have to-
time getting drunk and yelling AZ.
I don't
at
have
the
any right to
stage.
complain.
There was
honestly.
a bar.
There's
Okay.
there's
Yeah, there was
several bars.
Yeah, the drinks
Which is kind
actually
of
were
dangerous when
expensive.
like
that was
you're
weird.
waiting 30 minutes between like your bracket matches and there's a bar right there.
Right?
I'm gonna get a shield drop.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
bad.
only thing that I really had a problem with, because I thought the venue was cool. It was a bit small for the amount of people, but I don't think that was that big of an issue. The production was just fucking amazing. It was
Yeah.
actually just beautiful.
Yeah,
it
it was
a
beautiful.
beautiful place.
I really liked the effort
I
they
remember
put into the
Jet came
stage.
to Power 9 after helping out, and he was like dead tired, and him and Esteban were like, "It's so sick, it's so sick," and we're like, "What?" He's like, "Think Legends of the Hidden Temple," and I'm like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
and then I saw it, and I'm like, "Yeah, there it is."
Silver Monkey, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's just disheartening to see like bad TOing, especially when there could have been a fix.
Yeah, it could have been a good. It
It-
could have been all around
At,
good. But
at the
whatever.
very least, don't have Smash because there was a big problem with Fiction where he was
They
like
didn't recognize
trying to
him.
find his pool, and then they didn't believe him. They thought Fiction was just like me or the other.
They heard what Dawson was doing.
Yeah, they heard my ring of players just in the back, just conspiring.
You're not getting us 7
Yeah.
times in one day.
Yeah, we were just heading.
That's enough,
This
Mr.
is fucked
Fiction.
up. But there was a point. There was a point where there was like 4 of us with one competitor badge just handed it to people to get in, and it was bad.
insane.
We would just like hand it to someone who already had one and like, hey, give it to like so and so,
Yeah.
and he would do it, and then they'd both walk in. And
Oh,
we're
that's it, dude. That's an age-old Smasher classic.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, you can't, like, at EVO, I forgot my badge, and I just had to have Chong finesse the,
yeah, no.
you know. It's just-
That's the beauty
that's
of
part
it.
of the
It was
culture.
like really like
It
the
is,
chaos
yeah.
was just beautiful, seeing how we could just destroy the inner, like it just completely take advantage of these incompetent TOs and just like
yeah.
oof.
But
it was
other
good.
than that, Red Bull put on a great event.
Yeah.
And
It
I'm
was
not
amazing.
shilling.
It really
It was
was.
super sick.
yeah,
As a guy
was
who just
fun.
went as if it was a football thing, and I was just like getting wasted and going, man, go, in the front row. I had a great time.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
The hangs
paid-
of it were the best.
If
part,
you're a spectator,
honestly.
you paid nothing. I paid nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zero.
That's fire.
And as a player, you didn't have to pay anything too if you did
If
it my
you-
way.
yeah.
If you were part of my ring of players.
So you had the shield drop. So the shield drop was Red Bull and tequila, and then like lime and
Pineapple juice. With
and
jalapeno.
the way you described it was really funny. When you were like, what'd you say? Like, I can't. What?
It just took everything out of me. Like it took all the drunkenness, or like sobering up is just like waking up from like the longest nap ever. I felt
But like waking, like
Yeah.
like a zombie, because I can only imagine tequila and Red Bull. It's like that fucks you up, man.
Dude, you know what? Apparently, vodka Red Bull has the same effect on the brain as cocaine. That's
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's a one-armed scissor, dude.
and it's nice.
It's nice.
That's
I
the
was
name
off-
for it.
I was
dude.
off vodka Red Bulls all day, dude. I had so many vodka Red Bulls. I took a money match versus Young and ripped his dollar out in front
Dude,
of him.
you and
That's
Ben were
true.
going nuts on the vodka Red Bull.
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
he money matched
I
Young,
told him too.
and
I
then
was like,
turned to me and ripped his dollar in half after he beat him. And Young was just like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's fucking.
You know
gang.
why they're
that is so gang.
I ripped it into like 4 pieces and just threw it on the floor.
It's like stuff like that's why I love Melee. That's why I like Melee. Like that's
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
federal crime.
We were talking about how like that's the ultimate. It's either that or you just say no, you don't have to pay me.
No,
It's
yeah,
like the
given
ultimate
the-
I
disrespect.
love doing that. Just
Yeah.
like no,
Oh my
don't
God.
worry about it.
Did we talk
You
about
clearly
this
need more
before?
than I do. So I just
Yeah.
The Cyrox thing.
Yeah,
Or-
we've talked about it.
Okay, yeah, where he was like, I gotta go eat, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Can we just get one more?
Just like a salty run back. He's
Oh,
like,
Putting his own money on the
Yeah,
camera.
no,
like,
I'm
I gotta go eat, man.
but yeah,
Dude, why is everything called salty ladder, salty
like,
like?
it's a buzzword. It's hot. It's
hot.
what it gets the kids going.
Yeah, let's get
You
that.
know.
Does it?
Dun, dun,
Am I
dun, dun,
am I
dun,
old?
dun, dun. Yeah.
no, actually like the salty ladder.
Dude, so many people are like, dude, play ladder like you can win a keychain. And I was like, dude, I was like, do they have any t-shirts left? Because I don't have any clean t-shirts. That's the only thing I'm gonna press find for right
Jesus,
now.
dude.
He was like, I got a t-shirt. My eyes lit up for a second. I'm like, I can win a clean t-shirt right now. Who the fuck do I have to be for this? And then he was like, no, there's no more t-shirts. I just put my phone away.
Yeah. The you know what's funny, when we got here, Miles was again, every time we come, we show up to set up the podcast and he just walks down the stairs holding a towel. He's like, "Hey, lads." And we're just like,
It's
like,
because I only shower when my friends come around.
Jesus Christ.
so
like
explain to
water.
them what's going on at the trap house here.
All right, so
With
if you
the
ever catch me
clothes.
smiling at a venue or something, it's not my fault. So Chong's gone, right? And his girlfriend, Kasiana, we use her washing machine at the moment. They take my washing sometimes, the great souls they are.
The washing machine is broken here.
And it has been for a long time. I've been posting in the thread saying, look, I'm leaving in November. I'll chip in an equal share to buy a new one. Like, I think we need a new one. Nick's lives in Orange, so
Right.
he's just like, I don't care. My mom does my washing. And I'm like, I don't know. I think Stud must be doing his at his girlfriend's or something. So for a carless, girlfriendless Jim like myself, I'm in a bad spot. So now that Chong's gone, my last bastion of washing is dried up.
Jesus.
And so now, when I need a fresh t-shirt or a fresh pair of clothes, I wash my clothes in the sink, one outfit at a time, using hand soap, and I put them in the dryer. And there's no sink in this house. I would do the whole load at once. But the kitchen is so filthy all the time that I have to clean the entire kitchen before I'm comfortable washing my clothes in the sink there. So my only other option is the bath. And so I use the bath upstairs, and then I have to carry down these sodden, damp clothes into the laundry. So I don't do that often because it's a long process.
It's like it's a joke that this is a trap house, but like
But I
But
really
it's
am
actually
washing
a
my
trap
clothes in the
house.
bathroom, like
Yeah.
in the where you wash your hands after you go to the toilet. So I mean, look, if you see me in the same t-shirt
'cause,
inside out,
Vince was like, we came in and he told this to us, and I'm just dying laughing, and Vince is like laughing too, and I'm like, it's like he's a fucking at-risk child.
Yeah.
Like, please don't call social services.
dude, if anybody else complains about this house, like I'm doing it the realest.
Protect Don B 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, start a Kickstarter to get Chong to the other Hawaii island.
That's our first goal, but once we hit that one, all the rest of the money is for the washing
It's
machine.
a stretch goal.
right. Yeah. So yeah.
So if you're a Chong fan, please.
donate. We glossed over the ASeders.
Ass eaters.
So let's just
esports.
I don't want to name the company or the organization, but let's just call them ASeders
Yeah,
Esports.
it's not that far off.
So
Yeah.
Pretty close.
so real quick, it was just this like drama in SoCal where this guy TO'd or organized a tournament with Live Nation apparently or something like
Yeah.
that.
It's like he had a bad night at the bookie and came home half drunk and just wanted someone to fire off on.
He was firing up.
Dude, he was.
Yeah, right.
Eight people were signed up for this event that happens next week. A 2K pop bonus, all this stuff, and
Yeah.
he's angry. So he tags the
He's
first.
irate.
He tagged the first 25 MIOM.
Well, no, his
Players.
his
What?
sponsored
You didn't see that?
player
No?
tagged the first 25.
oh, that was him.
That wasn't the same guy.
I didn't know that wasn't ASeders.
It was
Yeah,
hoodie
yeah.
and sunglasses.
Yeah. So So their guy who's like helping organize the event goes into SoCal Melee, puts the event, and then tags like Joseph Marquez, Adam Linder, like all these fucking
1 through 25.
Yeah, like,
in
seriously.
order. Like
Armada replies earnestly, like, "I would love to come to your tournament, but I'm in Sweden at the moment."
It was the biggest like faux pas. Like, oh,
This
like,
is
no.
Yeah, you don't do
like,
that.
Okay, so just to put it in perspective, I offered my help to this guy because I was talking about it with 2 people who were part of the Riverside community. Should we just name names?
No,
Just them 2?
just be cool.
Okay, we'll be cool.
Chill.
I'm sure if you look on the thread, you could find out who it is. Honestly, it's pretty out there. But I was in a group chat with them after talking about it with them, and they're like, "Yeah, I think it's legit. Just the guy is bad at advertising, and like he doesn't really have anyone. Like I don't even think they had a stream ready or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was the money was the least sus part about this tournament, you know, because like." Live Nation like sponsors events. They sponsored Red Bull, which is like funny because he was like, Live Nation is never gonna.
Yeah, Live Nation's done with the Smash community. Like, while there's a 1,000 person attended event.
that weekend.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I offered my help and I said, look, you just need to get me a screenshot of the 2K just so people know it's legit and it has to come from me. And
Because they've been burned before.
Yeah, because it's like skepticism in Smash is like somewhat defensible and like justifiable.
But even then, like, if you're a reputable company, it's like you'd be shipping the money to your assigned TO. You'd be like, do what you will.
That's
with
what
this.
I was saying. I was like, dude, it's like kind of industry standard for the TO to like have that anyways. And I was like, look, I'll come on and help. You just gotta like show them that it's real, or let me show them for you that it's real. And I said, I just need a screenshot from you.
You said, give me your heart and make it real, or else forget about it.
Exactly. That's a direct quote, actually. I'm surprised you got that screenshot from somebody. Yeah, so we're in talks with, and it's a group chat, and everything is going perfectly. It's amazing. It's like very civil, like actually somewhat professional. The way the person talks is kind of like
Sus.
very sus.
Clunky. It's like really
clunky.
We'll call him Sus Gus. That's his name.
Suska, CEO of ASeders Esports.
Sus Gus, CEO of ASeders Esports. I'm in talks with him, and everything's going really well. And then I actually talked to the 2 other guys. I'm like, dude, I think we could like do this. Like, I think we could save the tournament and get people to come out. 3 a.m. comes around.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Big Apple, 3 a.m. The dude tags 1 through 25, and we're like, this is kind of sus.
You were talking to me. You're like, I think I can save this. I'm like, that sounds great, dude.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, wait, did you see this? And you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. And then in the
Gus
morning,
comes home from the pub.
and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll sleep on it. We'll see what happens in the morning. In the morning, I actually get a message in the same group chat, and he's like, hey, I'm going to go talk to like Live Nation and get the money today. I'll transfer it to your PayPal, and that's that. And I'm like, dude, like, we're in. Like, this is happening. Like, we could get people to come to this. Middle of the afternoon, out of nowhere, I get a DM, and then the other 2 guys get a DM, and he just starts going off on us. He's like, really? You don't believe I got the 2K? Are you serious? You don't think a $6.8 million company has 2K to just throw at a Smash
It feels like
tournament?
this guy's an outsider and he's not actually like
involved
It
at
feels
all.
like the more he speaks, it's like the more suspect. Anyway, so he gets really mad because everyone starts roasting the shit out of him
Well, he gets
on the page.
Well, it comes out where we have even that talk when he's coming at me. I'm like very composed and civil, and we're all like talking out. I'm like, dude, and you talked to him a bit too, where you were just like,
Yeah, that was when. Yeah, I did.
and like, I'm just like, dude, like honestly, I don't know what to do. You kind of like burned a bridge here. Like, I wish we could have like did it how I was suggesting to, and it might have worked out better. And I was
not
like,
shit posting.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, even then, he responds like pretty nicely, and then he just fucking goes off on a tirade on Twitter, on Facebook.
So if you haven't seen the post, he literally the meme I stole from Dawson because he found it first.
Yeah.
He's ASeders Esports said he's going to sue the SoCal Melee community for libel.
Libel.
Yeah.
And that turned into one of the
Oh,
biggest
man.
shit post threads I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
And he's going off
It's
on
up there.
he's going off on the ASeders Twitter, his personal Twitter, the ASeders Discord. We got group messages coming out of the woodwork. It's like everything is just pouring out of this guy. Like it's all Sus Gus's popping off.
I keep wondering how many. I kept
He's a
asking.
hit suspect.
Yeah.
I was asking how many ASeders personnel are there,
Yeah.
and it seems like it's just one man acting as if many. You know,
it's like they might have like a couple sponsored players, but it's just one dude, Sus Gus himself, under many accounts. Because you can't have a
He
name like.
hastily puts on a wig and a mask and
it's like,
hello, it's the accountant. Yeah. The 2K, we've got 6.8 million.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
How dare you?
Don't believe me? Ask this guy.
yeah. We transfer you really quick.
Hi, this is Betty over at HR.
And like, it goes on and on.
His tirade is he does the whole Navy SEAL thing, but unironically.
Yeah, like,
Oh, yeah. No, it was Navy SEAL. Like,
I have 100 confirmed kills in Afghanistan. I'll fuck any of you up.
And so the bookend to this is all this sus shit. Everyone's roasting him. He gets a thorough days of roasting. And then all of a sudden, Twitter goes a little dark, and then he says, "It seems that our social media accounts have been compromised and hacked." And you're like, okay, dude.
Come on, man.
I wasn't really asking you out. That was my friend who had my phone.
Yeah.
I don't like you like
That whole part where you hard knowed me, that didn't hurt me at all.
Oh yeah, his Facebook account got banned.
Yeah, I think he just kept getting reported for spam or something, which is kind of. It's always happens when something like this. There's a big dumb adversary that everyone can feel united against.
Yeah.
And some people tend to take it too far.
Yeah.
And I don't like that, but it's kind of the nature of the beast. So I don't
Some
think
guys are like, yeah.
let's find his LinkedIn. It's like, no,
Let's find his wife and
like,
email her compromising pictures.
yeah. It's like just chill. Like he's already a dumbass.
You said something about that, and I had other talks with it. It's like it's kind of shitty to just like attack this guy ad hominem because he's an easy target. He's
obviously just dumb.
He's
right?
That's why clicking refresh on Facebook every 5 minutes. This is what they were waiting for.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a bit unhinged, and it's probably not right to. Like he's definitely unprofessional, and he's not well spoken.
At least
delusional.
delusional.
Yeah, it's like, don't target him for that, and don't make fun of him for like that. Just make fun of him for the fact that the whole situation is just like fucking bizarre.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And,
he got me a 15-year-old kid, and he was like, "Why would a company want to give a 15-year-old 2K to give as a pop bonus?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense."
which you didn't ask for.
I didn't. I asked for a screenshot, and I was like, "Yo, it'd honestly be better if it came from me." And then the other two agreed because it's like a trustworthy source. It's like they already are sussed out on you, and it's like anybody could just have 2K in their PayPal. It's like, but if it's in my PayPal, it looks better. But I gave him.
It's like IG Dan Bilzerian, and it's like a screenshot of a PayPal account.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I was like, honestly, I just need a screenshot at the very least. It'll look better for me. If you got it, just give me that.
But you weren't trying to finesse a man
I
for
literally,
2K.
No, I wasn't.
Dawson's ready to. He's cashing out his entire reputation on this $2,000.
Yeah,
all his friends and his community.
Yeah.
He just wants to take 2K and hit the road.
That 1982 Corolla's looking too hot. Fuck. And dude, it's only
some D's on that
it's
bitch.
it's only got 200,000, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
No,
one of
I
the
didn't
doors
even-
is red, the rest of the car's silver, but that's fine.
No, I asked Anthony. I was like, "Yo, for compensation, like, what's a reasonable number?" And I didn't even give him a number. At the end of the day, I was just like, "Dude, I honestly normally pay myself off venue fee. Like, I don't know what I'd be asking for to do this." Like, I didn't tell him that.
You gave him the opening to start a negotiation.
Yeah, and like, I probably would have done it for free if I got enough people to do it.
Really?
Like, come through. Yeah, I've
Dude.
offered other TOs to do shit for free that I've been hard no'd at.
Oh.
And I'm not going to name names, but fuck every single one of you. Daniel Montoya.
Hey, he took
Dude,
a game off Hugs.
Daniel Montoya is quickly becoming a folklore legend. I was standing in the crowd cheering for him, and
Yeah.
someone's like, "That's the untilted guy."
I couldn't believe it was him. I was looking at the player cam and like, that can't be Daniel. He didn't take a game off Hug.
Yeah.
Libra, who the fuck is that? And so it goes.
There's an alternate universe where the melee community is like rocked to its core. Dude, 2SD, one
Where
grapple
Daniel
that he air
beats-
dodges after, like a couple,
Yeah.
a double down air at 40. Suddenly, we're in a pretty bad world, man.
Suddenly,
It wouldn't
Daniel
be funny
Montoya has a
anymore.
monopoly on.
Suddenly, Daniel Montoya is making theory crafting posts every single day about Hugs or Samus Falco. Or
And he's in the top player room.
He's in the
Getting
green
interviewed
room.
by Slime.
He's sliding past.
I can't even roast them because I'm so nervous.
They have a vetting process. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know
This
if you can
starts
him.
a
He's not doing
legendary
interviews.
rise to the top. 6 months, he's like Mango's best friend. He's a god of melee.
Fuck that.
Oh,
Anyways,
jeez.
ASeders Esports, they wanted to sue us. They wanted to sue all 10K
For
of
libel.
us for libel and defamation. And if they want to bring that to court, I'll happily show the contract that they showed me.
Dude, I was saying he wins the case. He starts hanging outside out of venues. He's like, some kid is his first local. He's like, you owe me a clean cut of this lawsuit. He's just like, Ang the Beast is there, just like hanging out. He's like, $50 from you. Now, let me see it.
I'm sure the lawyer will be stoked to hear that they broke NDA by showing me the contract between them and Live Nation.
Jesus.
There's going to be more holes in that thing than a sieve.
Oh, dude. Honestly, what I think it came down to is like Live Nation just wanted it out, and they're just like, fuck, yes, thank you for asking this. We're going to look for other options.
Right,
like Red Bull.
It was a quick way to dump him?
Definitely. It's either he didn't have it, which is like also likely, but I think
They just didn't
he
send
did
it to
have
him?
it, and they just wanted it out because the way this guy was talking, especially to other people, not including me, was just like
There's so many
It was
weird
bizarre.
folks starting up, like...
Yeah, it
esports
kind of
things.
just articulates the fact that anyone can start an ASeders esports company, no matter how. Like all it takes is money.
Yeah.
and
Not even.
that makes it flow.
I mean, this guy couldn't send a picture of 2Ks, so...
yeah, right.
I just needed a picture, dude.
And so either way, what I'm saying is that like it's just like stay frosty, boys, because like we were sus about a tournament not being legit, and they picked probably the most legit person to ever try to run it, even though it was.
Well, I
and
mean, it
that's
was going to be... I'm
unfortunate.
glad the event didn't run.
Yeah, it was
No,
gonna.
I'm
Yeah.
not bummed out.
Every
There was
time-
a beer pong tournament.
Every time an
after.
event
That's actually
flops, I
sick.
feel really
What did
bad.
it say?
Every time an event flops, except when FD Weeklies flopped, because it was just kind of how it went.
No,
Yeah.
that's not chill.
It's
It's not chill.
It was a little too hype. I don't know.
I think just be wary of sus Gus, and like it just kind of shows how shitty it is when good TOs don't have like as much resources.
Kind of reminded me of
Wears many
SFH2
masks.
a little bit.
What's up?
Kind of reminded me of SFH2 a little bit. Because no one believed we had the cash for a while.
Oh, the SoCal's fastest hedgehog was on Arcadian, put on by FD.
We'll get
Yeah.
into FD lore now. We might
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
start
and
with
so
that.
that there was a $600 pop bonus, and everyone was like, "Wait!" Everyone just sussed
There
out.
were-
Where the
yeah,
fuck
they're
did
like-
you guys
they're
get
like,
this money?
Okay.
All the FD boys have been on the streets moving
just
packs.
moving packs, dude. Just slinging, pulling triggers for fucking for $20 a pop.
Luis is standing there like just waiting, collecting cash, sending bags out.
They just had a lockdown on the block, just waiting for the day, dude. And then they named the tournament SoCal's fastest hedgehog.
Hell yeah.
I think that's good. That's cool.
That's an awful name.
It started off as a bit. Because we kind of want to do that in Arcadian, but like we also knew no one would really go. So we're just like, what if we just like threw a stupid amount of money at this? Like we just pull all our money together and just throw this tournament. And we're just like, damn, it's a good idea.
Ring was rich.
Yeah.
And
Ring was
and we
rich.
just kept talking, and then like, and we could have a live DJ,
Holy
Which
shit.
they did.
and we did,
And a taco man.
and yeah, he was selling tacos.
I wish I went to this.
Yeah, you weren't in town,
This
huh?
sounds
yeah.
legendary.
It was.
And it was a perfect storm.
Was it at the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys had a live DJ in the store?
Speaking of perfect storm, it was literally
Or
fucking
pouring
raining.
rain, yeah.
It was pouring rain.
Unfortunately, right? It's goddamn SoCal, and one of the 9 days out of the year that it's just a torrent.
It was pouring.
Holy
It was
It was
bad,
so
yeah.
cold.
And so your choice was either to be inside the venue, which was packed, hot, and smelly, because there's just
And
boys in
loud.
there and loud, or be outside under a tent, or not under a tent, where it's
In the-
cold
in
and
the
rainy and wet.
At risk of chance of electrocution.
Yeah, there's a I stole that meme from
heard
you
about
too.
that,
Yeah, yeah. I called you. I was like, you doried me.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but there's like a wire
Before
just
times. That was
hanging,
before times.
hanging
Dude, who won?
around.
Who won?
Who won the Arcadian?
TP Fox?
TP Fox.
Yeah.
TP Fox won?
Yeah.
Unseated.
Unseated.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was seated the same as Kevin Carlos.
Really?
As Bevan?
Evan
Bevan
Barlow?
Barlos?
And he gave us an earful about that one too.
Bevan did?
Yeah.
He
I
was-
should have been seated
Dude,
higher than
Daniel
TP.
Montoya learned from the best as like the TO player who like really believes in his seating.
Yeah, exactly. So the Arcadian was fun. Honestly, okay, I was pissy because when I played Ringler, it was my second set against him, and the venue stopped in its tracks and watched, and it was on the giant Trinitron.
Oh no! I called my friends over. I'm like, guys, like get a load of this. And then
This was back when we didn't know each
Yeah,
other. We didn't not like. It's not like we didn't like each other. We just didn't know each other. We knew that we were from warring nations.
yeah, we had shade in the threads a little bit.
Yeah, here and there, and so everyone called, and I just no Johns, whatever. I lost.
No,
but
we're screaming. We're
Everyone-
like hyenas.
Wranglers, Rich, Wranglers. That was
Everyone
the first
loses
time
to
I heard
Wrangler,
that
dude.
chant,
And it haunted you forever.
and it haunted me. And yeah, it was amazing.
Did a few Pepis boys have gone down to that one.
Yeah, they
To
really
a
have
Ringler's
to
Rich
that
chant.
chant
Yeah.
itself.
Dude, when I
it's
first
the
came here,
death knell.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like our spirit bomb.
Ringler's not even
honestly.
there. You just summon his financial.
So many
security.
times I'd be like out to dinner with guys from Pepis or something, and Ringler would come up. They'd be like, "Yeah, he fucking sucks too." I'm like, "Hasn't he beaten everybody at this table?" And they'd be like, "No, no." And I'd be like, "I think he has. He's beaten you. He's beaten you." And they're like, "He's overrated. He cheeses."
Yeah. Everyone always has a defense
And
against
they're
Ringler.
like, "Yeah, he's garbage, man." Like, I'm like, he'd be higher seeded than you at a tournament.
Yeah, it's true. He's higher seed than me. I am
does
2-1
good.
against him though, so get fucked, Ringler. But shout out.
That
to
is a
Ringler.
90-10 matchup too. So well done.
Jeez.
As far as SFH2 goes, though, no FD boy got top 3, but Motoko did. So you guys,
Okay, yeah.
you guys have that.
Yep.
Dude, someone collected TP Fox. Bought a new whip after that one?
yeah, dude, he
Yeah.
bought a used Corolla.
Yeah. I love how we talk about big bucks in the Smash. Like, it's like one guy won like 400?
yeah. So yeah, that was. But honestly, I really liked the hustle, and I liked the trailer for that tournament. Was really funny, and so FD, it was like you guys have always kind of been like the memer crew.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
please tell us, begin the lore, if you will. Like, paint us an illustration of what FD is. Through,
Jeez, it's like it's gone past like that venue at this point. But no,
and that's what I mean, like the spirit, the big cloud.
yeah, it's just kind of the way it started off. Like, there's just one guy. Like the whole FD culture is like almost like a brainchild of one person. He started the whole throwing chairs. It's like
So throwing chairs is the thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is that?
Well,
Pretty simple.
I
really.
never.
I wasn't.
I think it's pretty
I
self-explanatory.
was never there. Like, is it a happy thing? Is it a
there's
sad thing?
There's this thing called after hours. I think you should explain after hours.
Oh, yeah.
After hours is nuts.
Real
dude.
FD
After
hours.
hours is fucked up.
I have no
good,
idea
man.
about
It's
that.
good.
I'm like
It's
I'm low-key
not-
scared about after hours.
After hours is the least chill bit
No,
I've
I
ever
think
heard.
after
It's-
hours is fire.
Too hype. It's too hype. And there's points where I'm like, guys, calm the heck down. And no one listens to me. And it's
What's that? What is it?
all right,
It's
chair-
awesome, dude.
chairs, tables are being thrown.
It's whatever you want. It's whatever
Yeah.
you want.
You can
my
you can add
God.
to it. It's like a canvas. You just kind of throw. You
Yeah.
just kind of fling shit at
Yeah.
it. And like
It's like a fucking Burning Man piece.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they throw in gay porn.
Yeah.
no, yeah,
There's a lot of gay porn.
Yeah,
gay porn. Some very niche porn.
Yeah. It's mostly
it's not like
Slow down.
it's
slow down.
It's not the
slow
dope
down.
gay porn that like everybody watches. It's like
It's like the trashy
it's
gay
like,
porn.
it's like smut.
It's like stuff that you pay for because like there's just not enough of an audience for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
They got a sub to that shit, dude.
Jesus Christ. Darth Vader?
I don't remember Darth Vader.
Jesus, even Jet has.
Yeah, he's seen some. Jet's seen some shit.
And the soundtrack to all of this is SoundCloud based boosted editions of songs like
Yeah.
Slob on My Knob.
Slob on My Knob's like a national anthem
that's
for
a-
FD.
yeah.
And we have the stereo system. We have a stereo system there.
Their stereo system is sick.
Really
by the
It's
way.
hard.
Really bass heavy. Oh man.
You just mix out the
Corn on
highs.
Cob. Really.
Mhm.
Yeah, like,
No
that's
treble.
my bit again.
No, I helped with that bit.
It was collab bit. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Collab
Go on.
it. But yeah,
And what's the other one that like I'm going on a trip in my little Little Einstein remixes?
oh no, that was a one night thing.
That was
yeah.
one night?
Yeah, that was when Don B first went to FD. We're just
Yeah.
playing like some
Dude,
mashups.
And then we went. We got Munchy Meals.
Munchy Meals.
And we threw some chairs around. We were listening to Slob on My Knob.
Wait, so
You can-
when you throw chairs, is it like, why would you throw a chair? What says now it's time to throw the chair?
After hours.
After
mainly.
hours, sometimes during hours, but
It's really just
That's a
like,
little.
What the fuck is going on?
During hours though is like you're a little heated.
yeah, or like
It's
Jeez,
like
there's
you
so many
know-
layers to the
Yeah,
chair.
it's like the word fuck. It can mean really anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very versatile.
Yeah, it's
You win a set.
chair.
Kick that chair.
Yeah,
You lose a set, hey, pitch it.
yeah.
well, I guess like the most common one is just to mess around. Yeah, just
You're just bored.
just joke. Yeah, just bored. Like how funny it would be if I just threw a chair right now. And it's like it'd be kind of funny. I'll throw it. And
Have you ever like whipped a chair and it like broke a TV or something?
no, but the last FD smiled through a chair and like the bar that connects like the legs just went flying.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone might die. Like, someone might die right now. So I first reaction I fucking ducked.
Yeah.
And I just hoped everyone else did, but thankfully no one got hit
That's
by it.
good. Yeah, that would have been. Well, it would have been a fitting end, honestly.
When
to
I first got
FD.
That would have
there,
been so bad. Imagine.
the meme was
Nut
that there's
dies,
new chairs.
Right.
Vince, I think it was like Vince or like Jello or something was like, "Come on, guys, we just got new ones."
Yeah, like there's some chairs that were off limits because like
Because they're too nice.
Don't throw these ones,
these
guys.
are the nice chairs because we had our dumpy chairs that were battle-hardened.
Right,
and
right.
they were falling apart. Like
Because you're throwing
Yeah.
them.
yeah, we're throwing them, and they legit
You sound
break.
surprised.
I don't know why they were so fucked up.
I thought they were hardy chairs, but no, they break like all the other ones.
All right. So, wait, what was so start. There's a crew. It's you, Rich, Kenji, Smile, Kramer, and Ringler used to go there before they moved up north.
Robert.
Yeah,
And so these guys
Jello.
just sort of become they were labeled as FD, right? Because they frequented the tourney a lot. And
yeah. I mean, the way like people just kind of end up in the crew is like if you kind of got the joke. I
okay,
guess,
were there people that went and then didn't kind of get it, and they weren't?
and never came back because it was freaky.
Oh God!
And
Yeah.
When the lights turn off, the bass starts.
Slow
the,
my knob
the
starts
future starts is like
blasting.
yeah.
What's
It's like a bad acid trip, honestly. And that's why I thought it was so funny because like first night there I was busting up, I was dying.
So the first time you went, what was that like?
First person I saw was Ringler. He was smoking a cigarette. It's like a normal FD experience.
Okay.
You go and then
There's some weird.
I was just playing
guys.
friendlies, and next thing you know, the lights just turn off. The lights are off. They're playing
The
like
MDMA hits you. You're like,
the Molly hits hard.
that you didn't even know you took.
Yeah, it wasn't like a crazy one. They were just like playing music really loud, and they had the videos on the screen. Typical.
What videos?
None of it was pornographic. It was just kind of like cringy DeviantArt videos.
yeah.
It was like
Was it
Undertale twerking.
the goth dancing under the bridge?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
He was like, yeah, instantly.
It hits home.
Who made that? What's that videotape that's just the same GIF repeating so that you guys could play it on the TV?
What?
Someone made a tape.
Did you
Like
say
a VCR tape?
What is that tape?
A VHS?
And it just plays the same GIF so that you guys could watch it over and over again on the TV, on one of the, those VCR combo TVs?
This is ruining my
So-
mind.
someone-
This is actually more fucked up than I thought it was. A VHS tape.
Someone recorded this same, it's like a 1.5 minute loop of something happening. I've forgotten what the video actually is.
I'm not
like
sure.
some
I'm not sure
serial
if someone
killer
talking
shit,
about
dude.
someone like it was a Smash 4 player, and there's two FDs. You got Smash 4 and FD. Pretty separate but equal.
Okay. Okay.
Shoutouts to Mario Master, dude.
Oh,
Master
Masa Mario.
dude. That's my dog.
Yeah, the fishbowl.
The fishbowl.
Yeah, you know
tape.
the Ed and Eddie fishbowl. You know, like they flip on the TV and Ed and Eddie, and
It's like actually fish.
yeah.
Oh,
or
yeah.
it's like the little like paper fishes.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Someone made actual VHS of it, and you just push it in, and
That's meta. That's gang.
So that you can watch that repeat just like in the show.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking.
What the
That's
hell,
wild.
dude?
Okay. Sick.
it was a pretty cool bit. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. But yeah, and I kept going back because like.
So what was it
Uh,
about it that for you you're just like, these are my people, like this is what I'm about?
Well, first everyone just sucked. I'm like, maybe I could get like $10 out of this.
Okay, I get the
So I
Yeah.
kept going, and then Saturdays were always like the calm FD days. But then like I was feeding for Melee, so I went on a Tuesday, which
That's when it gets gang.
Yeah, those Tuesdays were crazy because that's when like all the FD players went. Like you had Kenji, you had Nigo. No, Nigo's Saturday too, but like all the FD players you kind of
Moss
associate.
used to go too, right?
Yeah, Moss was there.
I miss Moss.
And the first Tuesday I
Rip in
went.
peace.
Yeah, the first Tuesday I went. It was the night of the Kenji and Ringler money match
Really? That was the
Oh,
first time you ever went?
on a Tuesday.
was
It's
it
crazy.
was it big or something? What was there beef?
Yeah, well, like Kenji was. This one Ringler wasn't like as good as he is now. Like I don't think Kenji would take the $500 money match. 'Cause
The way
Kenji-
people
It
explain
was
to me-
$500.
Yeah.
What?
They
Did-
didn't
you didn't
call
know
him Rich.
about
I didn't know about
They
this.
call him Rich Kenji for a reason.
Oh
dude.
shit! I bet he copped some fucking fresh shit after that.
He
Went to the
caught-
Preem store.
He got like a Starlight Gold controller, pearl white, and he got like a little pearl white controller too. He got like a Bape shoelace token thing.
oh shit!
Spent the whole
That's
check
gay.
on some extra stuff.
He bought he bought Air Force Ones, all white.
Oh, we've seen the Air Force One.
Yeah.
The cocaine white.
I've seen it all, dude. I've seen it all.
Anyway, so I didn't know this was for 500.
Yeah. was for 500.
And Ringler was bad at this time.
Yeah, because like Kenji, like he just showed up to FD and they played round 1, Ringler versus Kenji, and like it was like went to the last stock each time. And what Kenji tells me is like he wasn't going ham. He was just kind of chilling. He was like he's playing against a DK. He's just trying to get his tech skill up. But I guess it was close enough for Ringler to get kind of salty, which like, is like, fair enough. He thought Kenji was a fraud, and then they played, and the rest.
Was it like a best of 9 or something?
First to 5?
Okay, so yeah.
What was the score?
5-0?
No, it wasn't 5-0.
Okay.
Did you might beat him, dude?
It was sorry, it was 5-1.
Okay.
It was
No.
He gave him the SFAT, not the might be.
Not the chilling, yeah.
Holy
because there at this point there was kind of like a little bit of a skill gap between them.
So how'd that go afterwards?
Oh no, Ringler was mad.
Ringler paid pretty quick though, is what I heard. Like it took him like a week or something.
Yeah, he gave him the money.
That's what matters.
Man of his
Shouts
word.
to
Yeah.
Ringler.
Yep.
He could have just not shown up to FD again. But
Oh,
no, he was there.
You'd see him there.
They're the next week
Yeah.
doing back airs.
Up being
Smoking
out of
cigs.
shield and chain grabbing.
That's fucked up, dude. 500?
Yeah. Oh,
It's real.
and it was getting crazy. People were going crazy. It was
The chairs were flying.
chair. I think a chair did fly, and
Because at that point, like, Kenji's your boy, so it's like everyone's just cheering against his
I didn't know
DK.
Kenji that well at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was your first
I
time.
knew him,
My
but
bad.
like we're just kind of like,
So as an outsider, you could actually just see the...
yeah, I'm just seeing
like,
this go down. I'm like, dang, this is hype. This is crazy. What the heck?
And you're just hooked in?
Yeah, I'm asking, hey, why is it so hyped? Like $500 money match.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
shit.
no way.
See, the FD I remember is like going, and I'm like, oh, it's just like a quaint little card shop, and then my TV turning off mid-set, like, over and over again.
Really?
Yeah, happened every time I went
Oh.
to FD.
Wow.
Every time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I missed these, like, money matches where chairs were being thrown.
And the gay porn and
Gay
the
porn.
And the bass boost and
bass
slob on my
booster.
knob.
the fishbowl video on repeat on a random.
I'm surprised
CRT.
police-
sounds like a fucking haunted house of trap.
Dude, that house across the road is definitely a crack house.
Yeah, there's a house like right next to FD, and we're throwing chairs outside. We're burning out cars. And, like, never once has the cops been called on us for a noise complaint.
Wasn't
That
the
same like
liquor store
Pontiac
right next
pulls
to
up
you?
every night at like 3 a.m.
The liquor store?
The liquor
They
store
hated
used
us.
to... Yeah, I remember they
yeah.
used to complain about parking a lot.
Yeah, it was
right?
mostly just for the parking.
Yeah.
There was a barber lady who hated us. Like if you looked at her and said hi and she knew you were going FT, she was like mad dog you.
Damn.
Like you're the reason my life sucks.
I think that liquor store is the front for that crack house. I think.
You think they're just funneling the
No,
money
because
through
the
it?
crack house is at the back, and people pull up to that back and go through that gate every night.
Yeah, it's kind of sketch.
And that liquor store, I went in there one day. I was like, "Hey, you guys got like Marlboro Reds and shit?" And like, I'm trying to buy 40s and cigarettes. And the
Did
lady's
they
like-
deny you service?
No, the lady's just like, "No, we don't have Marlboro Reds." I'm like, "This is a liquor store." She's like, "We have like one packet of cigarettes." She shows it to me. It's like fucking Camel menthols, and it's one pack. I'm like, "Do you have other Camel?" She's like, "This is the pack of cigarettes we have."
Oh my
I
god.
was like, "What do you sell here? Can I buy crack?"
She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
can,
want
dude.
some of that raw?
She's like, "Wrong
the
door."
murder.
Wrong door.
Yeah, we got the murder. You just gotta go in the back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't press us so much. Just too much glass houses.
Yeah.
And probably the amount of 40s you guys
Oh,
are buying.
You guys never got a noise complaint there, even
Nah.
all the after hours.
After hours, nothing. 3 a.m., same thing.
Bass boosted.
Bass boosted. Even more bass as the night progresses.
Just bringing in subs and wiring them up.
some guy is like calling the cops about it, and then like the cop has to tell his partner, and they're just freaking the fuck out, too scared. Yeah, so apparently Sloth on my knob is playing really
I was
loud,
like, we're gonna need
but you
backup.
only hear bass, and they have just the raunchiest gay porn on like 6 screens.
It's like cops are like, all right, so what's going on in here, boys?
It's all playing on CRTs.
It's just a
Like,
CRT.
the glow of CRTs is the only thing that keeps the room lit.
Smile is just doing a glow stick.
Robert and shit are filming him.
They're There's a single CRT in the middle with the fishbowl thing, and just like 6 kids
Just
sitting
watching
down,
it quietly.
like
A person just sobbing in the corner.
new guy in the corner's just like crying, calling his mom.
Aang the Avatar trying to get all the friendlies he can.
Yeah, he's still just
Hey,
grinding.
still grinding friendlies. Yeah.
totally straight.
With Kramer.
sober.
with Kramer. Yeah, no.
Kramer and Angus still salty about the tournament they didn't win.
I was convinced they didn't hear bass or something because they were never affected by it.
It's just in their blood.
It's just their element, dude.
Just who they are.
They trained in the dirt.
Getting a friendly in an FD it's tight sometimes in there. It's a small shop.
You know what I thought was funny is like I beat Kenji once and it was like
That's
hype. I was gang and I was like really hype about it and shit. It was at Power 9. And I remember right when he like stands up and it was in losers and you guys just started roasting him. And I was
Yeah,
like, God
just tearing him
damn, you
apart.
guys are like they eat their own at FD.
Yeah, but they do it straight up though. That's a roast of brothers. It's not that 3 a.m. Hey man, I think such and such is falling off in the private.
right. So what happened with Smile?
Oh man, are you talking? Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about that.
What are we talking about?
That was mostly a joke, right?
Are you talking about
Yeah,
the
wait, what,
the
the
controller?
The pop off,
No.
yeah, it
the
was
controller.
the joke.
the reverse pop off.
Yeah. Well, Smile. He hates this story.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hates this story.
Do you not want to tell it?
He's not gonna.
No,
watch
no,
it.
yeah, I'm gonna tell it. Like, me and Spencer, Smile, we're pretty cool for like before this, but after this just changed the relationship dynamic so much.
It's never the same.
It was never the same after
Maybe because you
this.
keep telling the story.
I've only told the story twice.
Okay, this is sick. We got the exclusive.
Yeah,
You've
this
given it the
will be
slime,
my third
Yeah.
time.
He's giving the slime.
I've told Slime in private once. I think that was
It
on
was
a car ride.
Yeah,
we carpooled once.
Yeah.
Exclusive story. This is my tell-all.
It goes
Yeah.
it goes down in the
This is its
in
first
the
published
Honda
telling.
element.
Yeah. Again, sorry, Spencer. Yeah. It's really not that bad. It's just okay. Well, we're just playing a Falco duo. He said, "Spanky Vince, your Falco fucking sucks. I bet you I'll beat you with my Falco right now." And it was kind of like out of the blue. So I had a point to prove. You know, I just beat him with the Falco Ditto. I get a kind of hype up smash into up air, kill him off the top in the Falco Ditto. So I pop out of my chair, I spring up, I fly. I reach at least 5 feet, I think. And before I even land on my feet, I start rejecting. I'm rejecting, I'm jerking.
Yeah, you're
He did a pin drop in the middle.
I did do a pin drop in the middle of FD. I did a pin drop.
you're just fucking swagging on him.
Yeah.
Just,
You can't dab on him quick enough.
He hit the combo, did a quick pin drop, and was back to playing the match.
Which in itself, I mean, that's not too bad. It's that's kind of funny, but Spencer, he was just so mad. The entire time he's like, "But Vince, what about bracket, Vince? I always beat you in bracket. I don't know why you're popping off. Cause I was in that hype." On some rap god shit. He was this guy could not get his roast out fast enough. It all came out.
You know when someone's trying to get they're grasping for something that might hurt you? They're
Yeah.
like,
you
third grade.
Third grade.
You asked out
fucking
Casey.
got a boner in the fucking health class. I saw it through your gym shorts.
Your dad doesn't love you.
Your hands are small.
And I'm still jerking through all this. I'm jerking on the hater right now.
Oh my god.
So it's like a battle. It's almost like a Kamehameha.
I haven't seen a
Hawe.
jerk, by the way, in 7 years. You're bringing out the classics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a renaissance man. So and his roast is battling my jerk.
Yeah.
And
With every pin drop, he's just getting more and more heated.
It's like Goku and Vegeta shooting their energy blasts, and they're just like...
It's an even battle. It's an even battle at this point. No one knows who's winning. No one knows. Everyone's looking.
just yelling, and you're just joking. It's like...
But the second that changed everything was when we have a guy named Josie. He doesn't play Melee. He just kind of hangs out. He vibes with us.
Yeah, she's chill.
He doesn't know what's going on. He comes from the other room. He doesn't know what's happening. He sees me jerking, and he just jumps in on it. So now,
No, there's two guys.
yeah, it's almost like when
It's
Goku
like, I'm
comes
a simple
down.
man.
Yeah.
I see a jerk, I join.
So after that, it was just like
Spencer got jerked up
The
by
energy,
two
it was going
Yeah.
like this, and then
Yeah.
it started going like...
Gohan jumped in to help his
Yeah.
dad.
there was a clear victor, and he just everything kind of died down. He's still trying to he's still roasting me, but he's breathing, he's heaving.
Yeah, it's coming down.
But the quality of the roast is getting far and far more far-fetched.
The jerk is just too strong at this point.
You guys are only getting more energetic in the jerk.
Yeah, and things died down, and that was it. And he kind of hated me ever since.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
we're cool. I think
Yeah,
a few weeks after things calmed down between us, not as much tension.
That's one of those
But-
nights when you leave the setup and it wasn't resolved.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
there was-
You go to bed angry.
He was up all night.
Like
definitely
someone's
just-
thinking about it when you leave.
Yeah. That's rough, man.
Yeah, he had to go back to the setup. I was kind of a dick about it too, because I paused and unplugged my controller. So he had
has to get up.
Oh
He
my
had
God.
he had no out,
See,
dude.
Vince is a really nice guy, and then I hear him do shit like this, and I'm like, Jesus.
yeah, no chill was to be found.
So what brings it out of you?
When you call out my Falco, when you call out you can call my Falco whatever, but if you call me out on the Falco ditto.
Okay.
Speaking of which, on Saturday, Paz called me out.
What?
I'm down to play Falco.
Is he
Duos
talking
after this,
sweet?
by the way, I want
We
this
should do it.
experience.
Is he talking sweet?
Yeah, well, because I feel like after the crew battle, the whole FD hate was kind of commonplace, but it kind of calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly,
after
after
that.
that crew battle, ain't nobody saying shit.
Yeah, we're kind of like that nerd that flipped out.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Took a swing one day.
And everyone kind of looked at us like we're just like every time we reach into the backpack.
It's like, whoa, dude, whoa. Yeah, like people were making friends with us in the lunch line, not out of interest, just to try to
Safety.
just to be on the don't come to school tomorrow message list.
Just hedging your bets just in case something goes down.
Hey man, cool. What are you chewing on there? That's sick.
But yeah, Paz is like one of the last FD haters, and he's vocal about it. He'll quote to me like the few times I see him, like at Evo. Stanky, I fucking hate FD. You're a Falco. You're a fraud.
Damn,
Well,
is
that's
he
what he said-
serious about this?
I was kind of joking around with him, like yeah, whatever. But he kept going.
Does it
like,
feel serious?
It feels a little serious.
Okay.
Yeah. And same thing happened at Gods and Gatekeepers. He wanted to money match me.
Did you take him up on it?
Who is
Yeah.
this guy?
Pause?
Yeah, he's a
He's
Falco.
been
player.
around.
This is an
He
unaffiliated.
beat Alex 19 at
Yeah.
Gods and Gatekeepers, but
At this time around.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
yeah, 2 days
Alex
ago.
entered?
I mean,
Alex 19.
He
Yeah.
entered.
So
He was really
he's probably
hungover
feeling
on
himself a
John,
little
but-
bit.
dude, the notoriety of players that are beating Alex 19 is it's just dipping.
Yeah.
You literally can't
soon as-
brag about it anymore.
it's a bad win
Be
now.
real.
Dude, you know what Ben was saying is he was like, I'm the biggest Rocky fan now because that's my best win, and he's like, whenever Rocky's doing
Fuck
something at a
you,
tournament,
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, fucking get him, Rocky. He's like,
By the
whenever-
way, I beat that guy.
yeah.
beat Rocky?
No,
Oh,
Ben.
I'm just riffing on the point that there's stocks in somebody's win, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he wants his
exactly.
Rocky stock to go up.
That's so
And
true. Yeah.
Alex 19, if you didn't sell about 8 months ago on that win, if you didn't cash those chips in
yeah,
about
that.
if you didn't
Yeah.
cash those chips in about a year ago, that win's not worth a lot anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So Paz, just because you beat Alex 19 doesn't mean you'll beat my Falco. I'll beat your Falco again.
Well,
I'm calling you
that-
out right now.
dude,
Oh,
again?
So someone show us a Paz.
Oh shit!
$100
Oh, shit.
whenever you're
Holy
ready.
Shit.
The
Me and you.
The call out.
Yeah. Someone clip that. Send that to Paz. Let him know I'm ready when he is.
Please jerk on him too.
And I will
Yeah.
jerk.
Oh.
I will jerk
Yo.
on you once I beat you.
Dude, that's hype as fuck. That's gang.
That is
Should
gang.
we have a
You
show
know what?
match?
Yeah.
Let's set up a show match.
Let's
Here on the podcast.
We'll figure it out. Fuck yeah. All right, pause. I
Dude,
hope-
that's
Paz.
awkward if he loses and then we're all
Oh,
milling
man.
around in the kitchen. and we've just been like, yeah, get fucked. While the cameras are on and shit. And then as he's leaving, it's like, you want some pizza or something, man?
yeah, right.
Oh man.
He's just just lost $100. He's tilted. It's like, I mean, you still got to call the Uber though. We can't drive you home.
Yeah, no. Wow. It was. I feel like it was all leading up to that. I hit
Yeah.
Vince up for the. He's like, yeah, no, I'll do the podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking pause. I swear to God.
Dude. All I'm gonna say about FD is FD haters talk and FD always puts up. Like Vince just puts his bread where his mouth is, just like
True.
that.
Okay, so here's the thing. When after the Pepis, no, it was before the Pepis crew battle, but after the beef with you and me on the internet, which wasn't even that huge a beef.
Yeah, it was just like.
We sat down and commentated at a Power 9, and then we were like, we just realized that we're both pretty similar. And I literally said, oh man, too bad this didn't happen earlier. Like we became friends over an hour. And we're like, oh, hey, Vince is pretty cool. And
No, yeah.
Pretty quick friendship.
it was really interesting.
You suggested having him on the podcast like a while ago.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago.
Yep.
After shitting on him on Facebook.
Yeah.
For everybody to
so
see.
I mean, I'm sure there's more FD in the bucket. Like what? Or did you sort of spell it all out for us?
He kind of wants another taste.
I never got to experience. Gone, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hard to say. Like, I don't know.
All
There's a lot of stories.
If something comes up,
is not chill.
If something comes up, just make a note of it. But so we might as well cover in depth now the Pepis crew battle, and not in depth, but just sort of go over it because on the podcast we've never talked about it, and so Pepis versus FD was a crew battle for the ages in SoCal, even so much that certain Burnament BOs. Wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Profited.
Burnament organizers.
Basically, there's some guys who make they make coin out of Melee. They thought they're trying to make a little coin out of a crew battle.
They saw.
Well,
they saw our swag.
They didn't want to make a coin at first. They were
At
like,
first.
"Why should I put this on my stream?"
Dude, you know what? It's
Yeah.
like punk music. You know, at first, like big devs and big like record labels were like,
Yeah,
"This
they're
is
like,
horrible. I hate
yeah,
this.
this
isn't
is never
gonna
gonna sell, yeah.
And then shows start getting bigger. Everything starts getting bigger. They're like, "How can we get in on this?"
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because I remember when he was saying that, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I mean, you're cool if you just record it in the back or something. And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
Well, tell me why I should put it on.
Yeah.
And then Matt,
Like, wait,
No, we're cool. He'll bring a setup.
yeah,
you know?
no, we got figured out. Like,
No, but seriously, why should you even come
Yeah.
to Hooper
then
Bash
we
Monday?
we were playing it, and Matt was like, "Put it on this screen. Everyone wants to watch."
Yeah.
And then as soon as like Face Roll and MacD were like, "Yeah, we want to watch," dude, like very casually, they were like, "Yeah, it'd be cool to be able to watch that." Things happened very quickly.
He was
after
never.
that.
I never said I didn't want it.
You guys think it's chill? I think it's chill
I
as
just
well.
said, why should I? I mean, I know I have 2 streams, and I can put it on either one.
Yeah. Anyway, from the beginning, I used to run a tournament calendar in SoCal, which was basically just taking info from a Google sheet and putting it into a document that was the pinned post on SoCal Melee. And so every week I had people do that. I had to remind them. It was a pain in the ass. Now there's a different system. I don't do it. But Vince one day puts FD's weekly tournament on there, and it's like, it's FD. Remember that screenshot?
This
it's like,
started with
it's
you?
FD, man. You know
Started
it'll
with
be
him,
dead.
dude.
Yeah, it started with me.
I didn't-
See, you didn't know
I
this.
didn't
This is
know
good.
you
We're
were
talking about
I didn't
this.
know you like that at the time.
Why do you think I was the captain? Anyway, so Vince puts the FD tournament on there, and instead of the event link, he linked it to his Twitter, or not his Twitter, but Crazy Hand
yeah,
Gaming.
Crazy Hand Gaming Twitter.
And I thought it was like he was
Shout out
trying
to
to.
Crazy Hand Gaming.
He was trying to plug it, which, go ahead, follow him, I guess.
We're cool with plugs now.
Yeah. He was trying to plug it on the calendar, and I was like, I was at work, and it was a bit of a rough morning, and I was feeling frosty, and I said something to the effect of, in the thread, hey, go ahead and not link your stupid Twitter on the fucking calendar again, thanks, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Because I thought he did it on purpose, because I thought he was that kind of sus Gus, because he's FD, right? And
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, FD is
You'd
like,
been sold the American media version of FD, and you're like, goddamn terrorists.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all-
right, yeah.
They're all out there.
All
They're all
FD
Muslims. They
propaganda
want
out
to kill
there.
your
yeah,
kids.
yeah, and
Yeah.
now I know that Islam is a religion of peace. And Vince is like, what the fuck? What did you say? I forget.
Oh, yeah, I was just like, oh, sorry, follow for follow?
Yeah.
Dude, you actually got response.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
was a good
He took it in
counter.
stride, and I instantly was like, yeah, sorry. I was like, that was a dick thing to say. It was like instantly squashed.
Yeah.
And then we just talked a little more in the thread, and then he was like, Pepis versus FD crew battle? Like, he just brought it up casually. I'm like, hell yeah, bitch. And because I just thought, I was like, wait, we've never done that, and there's a lot of bad blood. Let's ride.
I feel like there was a lot more like violence in the thread before.
No. So when I announced the thread, so I
Oh, that thread.
I
That's
take
the Forsaken
I
thread.
go on SoCal Melee and I say Pepis versus FD at SSS 10v10. Be there, be square. It's gonna be fucking hype. Get fucked, FD.
Pepis, baby! Pepis, baby! FD! Pepis, baby!
And it was this gigantic thread of shit talk. and
Yeah.
it got pretty real.
Oh man, no, it got so.
I feel actually bad about this. I pressed the nuclear bomb button on Ringler because I thought he was coming at my neck.
You
And
launched one on
I
him.
only got 2 speeds, right? Casually indifferent memer that's okay with the world, and I will burn you down because I don't know the difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it
Um,
is sometimes.
And so that's what happened. But
What did you say? I don't remember. So
It was-
It was
honestly-
mean.
It wasn't a chill bit.
It wasn't a chill bit.
it was really mean. Me and Ringler literally hugged a week later. We're chill. I'm a Ringler. I'm okay with
Dude,
Ringler.
I think the moral of a lot of these stories is maybe we should just all stay off Facebook.
Right?
Maybe we just hang out in real life. Everyone's a lot nicer in real life, it seems.
Anyway, so this crew battle gets hyped the fuck up. So it's FD, all the FD boys, or as many as they could pull together with
Yeah.
Pepis, which is like Claremont, a lot of just our friends that hang out together. Obviously, we used to be a lot tighter. Now, a couple people don't play anymore. Everything's kind of different. But Pepis was like huge for us back in like January or whatever, when there was March. And so it's like, hell yeah. So from your perspective, what did you do to prepare? Because I remember you guys had printed out notes.
Oh yeah, those notes have their own. Like that was Smiles notes.
Okay.
He took notes and.
So you
the
studied
thread,
us.
it was serious.
I
The
mean,
thread
like
was
I tried.
People were posting matchups. People were posting what they would like to play, who they think they're going to be up against.
yeah,
So we
and
should-
Don B was on FD, even
No
though he's
one-
living in a Pepis house.
No one really
You
read
know
because
what
he
it was.
remembers where he came from.
As
No, that's
gay.
what
No,
I'm,
how-
that's what
how
I'm
was
saying.
that? How
Again,
was that
like
week?
some people talk trash, other people are just putting their heads down, going, "We're going to win this one, boys." You know what I'm saying? Like Vince
So
gets
mad thinking about it right
Vince gets out his 100 when guys talk shit. We were in the thread
It's true.
getting that Skrilla.
Yeah. No, I agree. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, the notes. I tried getting everybody to read the notes, but I think like the only person that read them was me.
I read them.
And you read them?
A lot of them were just like,
Yeah,
Falcon
just
likes to do neutral air a lot. Remember to crouch cancel. Like these notes were like very
Keep an
level.
eye on that nair.
Yeah,
Just nice little
yeah.
reminders, you know.
They're like, he's gonna come at you. He's an aggressive player. They were like very simple notes, but hey,
Hey, better.
used mine.
We didn't do any notes.
One that I do remember was that Sergio likes to recover low with Peach.
Ooh.
it's true.
Yeah, it's on there.
He recovered a little bit too low during the crew battle, apparently.
Dude, when that parasol missed the ledge, I don't think that's top 5 euphoric moments for me.
Top 5 worst moments for me.
When I see him start floating down
I
and
felt
the
like I
ledge
just snorted a
didn't
line
snap.
of coke when that
Like,
happened.
I'm
Like,
getting
I was-
PTSD right now. I'm like,
You know he didn't know you had a wiggle out?
you can. Sergio doesn't know a lot about
Yeah.
Melee for how good he is. It's very weird.
When I play Sergio, a side note, quick thing about Sergio, I money matched him yesterday. Like we'd both been drinking.
Yeah, he was probably super drunk.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Just
because I saw him.
Regardless of what happened, I was drunker.
Yeah,
for the
no.
record.
No,
I
it
was
was just funny because I saw him. I saw him really drunk, and I was like, "Oh, Sergio's having a few," and that's just what I was reminded of.
All right, that's
Sorry,
chill.
go-
So
sorry,
now
go
that we've
ahead.
got the pre-Johns,
Sorry, Miles.
we
Go ahead.
played 2 sets. He won the first one, I won the second one. I think they were both like 3-2 or something. And when I'm playing him, my opinion of him alternates extremely rapidly between how is this guy anywhere near close to beating me, and he's a genius.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm like, this man is like, you'll see him do something and you'll be like, how are you as good as you are? Like that was so stupid. Like
No,
why?
he's really good.
And then he'll do some of his other games, like knowledge stuff, is just so beyond like what I thought 5 seconds ago.
Right.
So
yeah.
this strikes me as a
Just
player that
crazy
has
like
like
that.
good game sense.
So he was for us. Sergio was our like anchor. We ran him last, and it was actually a pain in the fucking ass to get him to agree to do the crew battle because I was
Right.
like, it was like him or like
It's
David
hard to
Chong.
get him to agree to do
or
anything.
like
If,
Nick.
to give some like lore on Sergio, he's like the most gigantic troll
Like,
I've ever encountered
you
in my
can't
life.
like he is the perfect like facade
He's
of
an
a
enigma.
human
Yeah.
being. Like you can never tell if he's being serious.
People, he might have a fiance. He
We
might
don't
not.
know.
He definitely does.
Nobody
Confirmed,
knows.
it's confirmed. Chong's actually seen her and met her.
I don't-
But that's
I
coming
don't-
from Chog, who also thinks Hawaii is throwing him a tournament right
Casey
now.
Anna's seen
on
her
a different
too.
out.
Casey Anna's seen her too. Apparently.
Chong gets spaghetti from Denny's with his own money that he earned.
Listen,
So I don't
he's
know.
come back
He
off
has
that in
spaghetti
the
at
last 8
Denny's?
Yeah.
months.
Are you with it now?
I love Denny's. Speaking of Denny's,
That's where they make all their money, dude. Is on selling you a
Jen
50
knows
cent
what I'm talking about.
plate of spaghetti.
Wait, what about Denny's? There was something.
There's this Denny's like down the street from FD.
Ghetto Denny's.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Ghetto Denny's.
It's yeah, that's what we call it. That's what we dubbed it, Ghetto Denny's. It was a Denny's that was half Denny's, half club.
What?
Yeah, half dance
Are you
club.
fucking with me?
No, I have footage.
That's sick.
It's like it's hilarious.
Jack, can you
'Cause-
confirm?
Yeah, he was,
Holy shit.
we showed him the dance room.
The nightclub part was like closed that night.
Yeah,
Jack says that the nightclub part was closed at night, but
it's very popping on Saturdays.
that's wild.
So popping on Saturdays.
So you guys just hit that up like after the tournament, after hours?
Yeah, we just
Is
we
it
go to Denny's.
is it the hotel lobby of FD?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, when the night's winding down, we tired ourselves out a little bit. Just get you some pancakes. Grand Slam Slugger, get coffee and orange juice.
Fuck yeah.
We had Denny's.
Oh no! Really quick, we were talking about the election, and you voted in a Denny's,
Oh my god. Yes.
and we were like, that wasn't for real, man.
So
They just threw those fucking votes away, bro.
So I live in like this weird. If anyone knows what Lakewood is, it's like this weird, like kind of suburban, like part of Long Beach, and it's like
He voted on pancakes or waffles.
apparently.
He's like, yeah, I voted on election day. It's like, oh, who'd you vote for? And he's
Moon
like,
over my hammy.
Moon over Miami.
I voted for waffles, actually.
It's a good sandwich.
Yeah, so like because it's such a small like city, its voting districts are very like we got like 3 of them, I think. Like one's at a church, another one is at like a convalescent home. I voted there before, which is technically Bellflower, I think. So I don't think that went through either. But and then one's Denny's, which is like down the street from my house.
So they held a primary election.
They held a primary, and it was like sus. It had a lot of like.
Dude, that's a slice of Americana right
It
there.
really
It
is.
was, and it was weird because it's like a lot of people
Dang.
that like if you're familiar with Lakewood and how small it is, it's like a people that you probably like see around at like the grocery store, and I like recognize some of these people, and like the voting booths had like the party you were a part of and stuff,
Oh.
and who you were registered at, and I'm registered
Whoa.
as an independent, and so they took my Scantron vote thing and just threw it in a bin,
In front of you.
and I was like, hey,
And they
you're-
just
yeah.
spit on it.
And I was like, hey, you're supposed to like scan those, and they're like, oh, well, we're not supposed to scan the independent ones, like, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure you're supposed
That's
to
how
scan all of
democracy
them.
runs in this country. They're like, you vote for one party or the other.
Yeah, and I was like,
It's a 2-party system. So
How long have you lived here? Come
yeah,
on, bro.
and I was like, but,
You're like, okay, here's your free.
that bin looks like it looks like it's going in a trash can right now.
they're like, hey, Jim, we got another one. He still believes in democracy. This guy comes
Shut
out.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
This guy comes out from the back. He's like, I'm sorry, son.
So I leave the Denny's and like I actually see my friend who's coming in, and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "I think my vote literally did not count just now."
Yeah. Well, rip,
Yeah.
rip in peace,
Denny-
burn old
But
Sander.
anyways, so moral of the story is Denny's could have voting booths, clubs, anything really.
Denny's is kind of a community center at this point.
Oh, last night in L.A., the Denny's right next to the Wiltern was serving alcohol, which I didn't know you could actually have an alcohol license at Denny's.
At Denny's, a lot of them serve alcohol.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
never
for
seen that.
For us,
At least
who
not
wanna-
in my area.
If you want to drink a beer with your steak and eggs, then
Is that in Australia though?
I used
no, we don't
to.
even have Denny's. Though.
Okay.
I used to work at a diner in my old hometown, and this guy got kicked out of all the bars for being a belligerent alcoholic, so he'd just come to the diner and get wasted. We had to kick him out too. But you gotta respect the hustle, you know?
Yeah.
So,
That
anyway, Vince, Pepis FD, so when you guys showed up, were you feeling like... You thought you were going to lose, right? Everyone thought...
No, are you kidding?
Tell him.
No, yeah, dude. Everyone was.
In the thread, that's not the talk I was hearing.
Well, yeah, but like in person, like hopes are like someone. I think like Nigo
I
was
was
like,
at the venue like a week before, and me and Stanky were like, me and SK were like, we're gonna win.
no, yeah, no. Things were looking good up to like the day, but then like everyone was just so demoralized. I think like
Homestar started getting on
Homestar,
some
yeah.
negative shit. He was.
What did he do?
Homestar just didn't, or Thomas just didn't care. He was just like, dude, I'm not.
Because who was
invested into
Homestar
this."
supposed to be? Was that supposed to be?
I think he lost a V money.
Wait,
in,
wasn't
like
Homestar-
SSS pools?
No,
Yes.
Homestar
Homestar
was
was a
brought
lost-
in
he
as
was
a
a-
ringer, though, right?
He was a last
Yeah.
edition.
He was a ringer.
He was because Moss's car broke down and he couldn't make it.
Oh, that's
No,
why.
no, that was me. That was me. I was last edition.
oh,
I was
okay.
sub.
But Moss couldn't make it, and we did bring in Homestar late, didn't we?
No,
might have
we
been.
voted him in.
Oh,
Damn, Moss. It would have changed everything, dude.
So you guys show up, and you just weren't feeling. You weren't feeling
I think that's why he
Yeah.
wasn't feeling it, is because someone already couldn't
Sorry.
make it.
Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, he was. He said. I think he dropped out of the team for a little bit.
Yeah,
before he
midway
came back.
through, I think he was like, "Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go home. I don't really want to play." I was talking to
Wow.
him during
Some
the
people
whole
were saying
time.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Nigo's over here like.
Nigo.
Okay,
has
so I'm
the
gonna
most
get
nerves.
Yeah, I'll get to you later, Nigo. So I go to Kenji. He lost in like losers before he didn't get me.
I didn't even
pools.
care about the tournament at this point.
So Kenji's like he's freaking playing Ganondorf Dittos in the corner somewhere. I'm like, Kenji, you good, man?
Angry.
He's like, yeah. Like, what does that mean?
As a captain, you want your boys to be ready for war,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
You can't have Kenji playing Ganon in the corner
Yeah.
with.
I remember
Travis
me and
T.
Kenji warming up playing Fox Dittos.
Kenji was just tilted.
Just before we got off the boat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Before we was going to run off the beach.
Run up the beach, yeah.
And we were just chatting like, he was just like, so,
Yeah, I got a girl back home.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see
I
her.
was like, let me see a picture of her, man. Hey, we're going to make it back to her. He was like, my chain grab's just not feeling good today, man. I was like, don't say that.
yeah, that's it. We're gonna make
I
it
was DIing in and shit.
for the boys.
Yeah, no. I was like taking the up tilt and going off stage. He'd try me, I'd be like, good try, man, good try, good shit. You got me,
Just
dude.
finessing him to make him more confident.
Like side B into the back air for the
Oh,
edge guard. I'm like, dude, good. On point edge guard, man. He's like, thanks. I feel like I'm playing pretty good. I'm like, you are playing good.
so,
man."
so your boys were in shambles.
Oh,
half,
yeah.
half the
It
team
was-
was in shambles.
yeah, I did like a little speech before like the crew battle.
What'd you say?
It was just like, oh, we could do this, you guys. They're talking smack. No more after this. Let's do this. And
It was
like,
legend.
great.
It was actually
Was it fire?
movie tier.
Was it fire?
Just the energy of those boys.
Dude, were you like screaming like, or are you underselling how hype it was for you?
Maybe because it came from the heart. In the moment, like I meant everything I said like to them.
Fuck yeah.
He was like, we've come a long way, boys, and I believe in all of you.
Okay. So crew battle begins.
And we're getting smashed.
Okay, no,
Toko literally-
here's what our strat was. We had Noah playing Bowser. Mega Christmas back then, Pajama Sam. We were gonna run him with Bowser because we wanted to shame you
I
guys.
think that's a sketchy affiliation for the record.
What is?
Mega Christmas on Pepis.
No, they pledged their allegiance months before.
Yeah, you guys were saying that.
That's very questionable.
It's not questionable.
Hey, well,
They
hey,
said they were Pepis.
That's a different gang, though.
They said they were Pepis.
Kira's
Anyone
Falcon.
can
You guys
say
were
months-
you guys were
months
bringing in
before.
you
Kira's
guys-
Pepis.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
were bringing
Pepis,
in imports.
You
The
know how
problem with
good of
Pepis-
friends me and Noah are?
Dude, yeah, I know, but like, it's about gang.
They were the gang. Whatever. I mean, it's
don't know.
beside
Yeah,
the
it's-
point,
yeah, it's-
right?
It was like when Mikey posted, "Oh, FD versus Pepis, run back at Pat's house, 20 on 20. We're bringing in guys
we were
from."
like, they don't even have 20 on
I'm
it,
like,
dude.
dude, this is some
I'm
friends who
not-
hang out at a shop.
I agree.
Like,
They
there's
they
this thing
struggled to
where,
bring
like,
10,
But
dude.
Noah and 805 they were intertwined with Pepis. They came to the Pepis house. They hung brain.
Hungry.
You can't erase that.
I was cool with it. I was kind of cool. Kira's Falcon too, but like
Reeler was really pissy about
Yeah.
that one. So I was like, fuck it. Don't play Kira.
That was bullshit.
You
Kira
know,
would've
but
played.
you know why?
His Falcon. He
But
tech
like a
chases.
Falcon versus a DK.
Well, it wasn't him. It was just
But I'm
Kira's
saying,
Falcon
like,
being
I think
there.
why Ringler was so pissy.
Oh, we'll
is,
just
like,
get like
Kira
we just saw
counterpicking-
Modest Fox. Like, so is main.
if it was all Arcadians, it would have been more hype. I
He's
think it would have
Pepis,
been more
dude. We
hype
sent him a
without
jersey
Kira.
All
and he
right.
thought the joke was funny.
Anyway, so we ran Noah's and fuck you. We played as Bowser. You getting all fucking hypety about it.
Play his main.
We didn't make you put it in his Bowser.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You're giving me all this shit.
Oh,
we ran his
Eh,
Bowser.
Yeah, but if you look at the crews, even with Noah's Bowser, it was still like
Anyway,
heavily
so
one-sided.
Noah said to us, so me and Victor was like my advisor. He was my counsel because he's been through a lot of crew battles, and this was my first one, and I had to call all these shots. And he said, "Dude, just run Noah's Falco. Like, you don't want to lose this, right? Like, it's fun to meme." But I'm like, dude,
Victor
it's
was so right.
I was like, dude, it's FD. Like,
Yeah, V money,
like fuck it.
please.
If we meme and we win, it's like betting on 0-0, and you just cash in, and it's good to win, but to win with a Bowser, that was my, and I put my foot down about it.
Oh, okay.
And so Noah said to us, he's like, Kramer has literally never beat my Bowser. And I like that confidence. In fact, every pick I chose to go up there was based on how confident the player felt at the time. So
Mine was on necessity.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please get his crew back.
So when the crew battle started, I was like, I think they're gonna run Kramer first. We all thought they were gonna run Kramer first, and so we were gonna run Noah blind into the beginning. And you didn't. We didn't run Noah because he lost to Kokiri Soldier that day at SSS, and he was more depressed than I've ever seen him in my life.
He was gonna.
I've
was-
seen
He
him
was gonna end it all that.
He was
when he
good,
lost
yeah.
to Romance. That's the most depressed I've ever seen him.
It was like that, but a little less worse, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, Noah, you're ready to play? My crew battle's coming. He's just like, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Like, what do we do? And so we didn't run him, which was good because you guys ran Nigo, and we ran Motoko.
I don't know, man. By the way that Motoko's been playing the matchup. Okay. Oh shit.
Motoko popping off. Little does he know, he's about to get.
There's
It's alright.
9 players left. He just popped the
There's the unreasonable pop off.
Motoko just ran in there, ripped off Sopo's head off, threw the dead carcass off the blast zone, and that was it.
He destroyed Nigo.
Sorry, Nigo.
He
That was
ran
rough.
through. He ran through Smile.
It's good DI. Oh no.
No up tilt.
They're both at a high percentage. A tipper, an up smash.
Yeah, just one move. This is honestly a big. That was a big
That
stock.
might be it.
This is a big stock.
That'll be it.
Now
Motoko taking 8 stocks.
Now FC has even more of a counter pick advantage.
Jesus Christ.
Smile was doing good, but Motoko was just on one. And then I went in there as
I
damage
think he got like
control.
10 stocks.
He was hype as fuck. Yeah, he took 10 stocks. He stood up. He was doing like the hacks. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen him that. He's
Motoko-
such a quiet
Yeah,
kid.
Motoko was popping.
He
off.
was loving it. And actually, he is super Pepis because I would pay for him to go to tournaments. I'd pay his venue fee because he didn't have a job, and I'd sponsor him as Pepis.
That's pretty chill.
So anyway, 10 stocks.
Yeah, like everyone, like
We're
my
feeling
team's
good.
looking like at this in horror. And they're like, Vince, why'd you freaking make us do this? Like,
So there was Bedlam. They were going nuts.
I mean,
oh yeah.
No, I think like
Well,
I remember standing next to Kenji and being like, "Gotta be down to come back." Like that was kind of like we haven't used our good players yet. They've got one of their good players out there. Like yeah, we got fucked, but I mean we still have our good players in the bag. Like we'll see what happens.
Who beat Motoko finally? It was Kenji, right?
it was me.
Motoko's about to sweep their whole crew. Oh my god.
Let's go, Stanky!
10 stocks. That was awesome.
Because I didn't want to use anyone else. I saw myself as like the weakest player there, so I'm like,
Just
I'm
get out
Falco.
quick,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna shine him.
Okay.
And he took 2 stocks
Yeah,
before I
that's
got his
right.
last one.
Fuck. So yeah, and then you know what was funny? So when you were up there and we were choosing the next one, you tried to bait me.
You look scared. Why are you scared, Ed? Why are you scared, Bruno?
Dude, no one's afraid right now. They're up like 8 stocks.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if Stanky calls him out and Bruno comes up, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Because for one, he wasn't gonna play on the team as captain,
Yeah.
and I always thought that was sus. And now he started playing, and he was like, "Come on, captain versus captain, come on!" And I was like taking off my like Superman out, like fuck this, yeah, you're right. And then Victor like held me back. He was like, "Dude, no, it's a bait. Like you're stupid. like stop it. Like we need to choose a correct pick." And but I was like totally ready. And then so we
Did you play?
Yeah, I played.
You played against Nico. You didn't do bad either.
I played in Sneeko. I SD'd like a dumbass, but I was playing. I felt good about how I was playing.
Let's go, Nico! Oh no! Let's go!
You got way too cocky.
Why is Anthony Bruno even here?
And then SK cleaned me up. And then so who did we run against you?
V-dubs.
V Money?
Video waffles.
Video Waffles, and then Nico came out. So yeah, and then it was sort of just like tit for tat type of shit. You guys started creeping back up, and
Yeah.
then I threw 2 stocks to Nico.
That was hype.
SK killed me. V Money killed SK. So okay, we knew
You
that
did well against Nico, didn't you?
I
No,
played
V-Money,
well.
V-Money went in
Yeah.
against Kramer.
Oh, was it? Wait,
yeah,
no,
you guys
no,
drew
no.
a Noir. Or
No,
Noir.
we had Noah against Bowser.
Wrangler was
Or,
picked for.
we had Bowser against Kramer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after Kramer beat the Bowser, you threw in V-Money.
Yes. Okay. So wherever it came along, Noah.
That's when the tides of battle
Noah
started
played
swapping.
against Kramer, and Kramer played really well against the Bowser on Yoshi's because Bowser. That's how he gets
Yeah.
his
You
You
money.
guys got a hype combo.
He hits on the. Yeah,
There's
the
the
combo
ledge.
was sick.
Ringler probably the nicest guy out here.
That was levels. That was steps ahead.
So Noah underperformed because we thought he was gonna slaughter Kramer, and
Really?
because he was so confident.
Yeah.
But Kramer came correct and he played the way he
Didn't he
needed
take
to
3
play.
stocks though? Noah.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's
That's pretty good as
Yeah,
Bowser
that's like-
versus Kramer.
Yeah. That's
on,
what I'm saying.
On like Yoshi's, dude. I feel like that's like okay.
Well, that's what Kramer was saying too. I remember afterwards, I was like, "Hey, man, good shit," and he was like, "Yeah, I took 3 stocks from a Bowser, like, or I lost to
Yeah.
a Bowser." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I was trying to be nice." And so, but did he take his shirt off when he played Noah, or was that against V Money only?
It was against V-Money.
So Noah goes out, and I this is the time to decide what do we do, because we know Ringler wants to play against Victor. He wants it. And I was telling Victor, like, you're probably going to have to play Ringler, dude. That's who they're going to throw against you, and you're going to have to be ready. And he's like, I don't want to, man. I don't want to, because Victor's just like a shell. Because for some
Ringler
reason,
owns his soul.
Yeah, he really does. Because like losing to Ringler just really fucked with Victor, and I was like, well, you know, you just got to put Kramer in the grave and then do your best against Ringler, man. And so he goes on the stage against Kramer, and Kramer takes his shirt off.
Looks like he's gonna take his shirt. He's gonna take his shirt off, flash the chain and the Paper Mario attack.
And now it's a crew battle, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's
it was.
Stream's about to get banned.
Yeah.
Stuff is on the line.
I didn't think
now.
about that too, because you're not allowed to have shirtless men on
You
the.
are now.
You are now, but
They
at the
changed the
time.
switch.
Really?
Yeah.
They switch it back?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Agonator every night.
Let's go. So that was sick. And then so Kramer takes his shirt off. Victor, I don't remember the stocks at all, but now Victor has to play against Ringler, and Ringler comes up to the stage, takes his shirt off.
Wow, he didn't got the ledge. That's alright, he needs to start taking stops though. There it is. Cook it up,
The boys are hooping and hollering. It was so hype.
Yeah,
Like
it was
even before that, it was just
craziness.
like
I lost my voice.
I was hoarse at the end of the day. And so V-Money doesn't do well against Ringler. I know he'll hate me saying that, but it's just the way it happened. And so why I put Stud Muffin in, and here's why. Stud Muffin has a Ganon, and for one, he told me, yeah, I play against my brother's DK all the time, his brother Jackpot. It was pretty good. And he's like, it's an easy matchup. I understand it. I'm not afraid of Donkey Kong.
Plus, he's jacked.
Plus, we can use him to body shame Ringler.
Yes.
I know. This man is crazy. This man is
More
insane.
wicked players. That's why we want to
I see why his tag is Stud Muffin now.
This guy lifts every weight. If there's a weight, he's lifted that weight.
Because Ringler's like this skinny dude, and Stud's literally a personal trainer. So we just get this creamy based god up on the stage right next, and he's like in like little tight fucking shorts.
Like what are these guys up to?
It's like you're literally a cam girl. Oh my god, it was so funny. And so anyone tuning in at that time just sees like two shirtless men.
Someone just trying to watch the melee.
Yeah, playing DK Ganon on FOD, and Stud actually doesn't do too well either. And now it's looking bad because between Kramer and Ringler, we're down now.
Because Ringler beat Victor again.
Yeah, and we're looking bad. It's starting to even up.
Damn, who knew Ringler was going to be the one to bring this back?
I don't think anyone saw this coming.
Like, we took our 10 stock lead.
And then Ringler got 3 off Stud, because when I came in against Stud, he had 1.
That's right. And then you took Studs.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't
you
do well
which was
the Ices?
bad.
Was
No,
it-
they-
so who came next to get play against Miles was Zach. Because Zach was like, I don't lose to Don B. And so I said that confidence is what we value here at Pepis Incorporated.
No, it was...
Boom, 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 boom. And it's a wrap. What'd I say? Beginning of match, called it.
It was dumb because I knew that me going up to clean up 1 stock of a Ganon, I was then going to play Ice Climbers on FD,
yeah.
and I fucking hate Ice Climbers on FD. Like, I think that's dumb. I knew if they did that
It was
to
good
me-
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had Homestar in the back too. That's why I saw like it'd just be cleanup for Homestar if you got.
Yeah,
if
it
you had to
became
take
a real crew battle after that because it got even. But before that, it was just like, you guys are so down. You know, this
Let's just throw out our
let's
meme
ju- yeah,
pics,
let's just meme it up, which was our eventual downfall. And so Zach beats Miles, Homestar beats Zach
I got 2 stocks off Zach, I think.
on FD.
Yeah, you got enough to like actually put
I was
Zach into trouble.
Homestar beats Zach, correct? And then who played against Homestar? Kurt. So
Yeah.
we have Kurt from 805,
Yeah.
Krusty Kurt, and he was so confident against Peach. Again, every time someone came up to me and
Krusty
said,
Kurt's the real villain of
said
this
I want to play this matchup. I will do good. I said, you go with God, my son, and play
Dios.
for us.
Those shades are
Shade.
up. Oh, the
Shot
shirt's
beach
on.
body.
It's not as good as Stud Muffin. We don't have to do.
This is what esports has come to now. Wow.
And he kind of shit the bed. It's okay. You know, I love
It's crew
Kurt
battles.
That's
how they are.
And that's I wanted the
right back.
confidence of that because like in crew battles that's what counts is being really confident.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost, and then so I think we're down to our last pick, right? It was Sergio.
Pepis is full of what? You're absolutely right.
Sergio was our final pick, and he had to clean up Homestar, and then he had to four-stock Aang.
Which he did. He took Homestar out.
Yeah,
And
I was so sad when Homestar started getting beat real bad.
Well, just took that straight to the face. Oh, there you go. There you go. We have ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what it comes down to.
And then Aang, the Avatar,
The legend,
the beast.
he plays against Sergio, and Sergio's dicking him, and he's taking his stocks away from him.
No, I'm looking to like.
And we're like,
terror.
we got this, baby. Let's bring it home
Yo, you
for
guys
the
are popping off.
boys.
Take it home, it looks like it. Sergio's about to take it home.
This is looking grim right now for FD.
Let's go, Sergio. Sergio's about to take it home right now. Take it to the bank. Give him the beans.
The reason I put in Aang, because we have this thing at FD, like, Aang doesn't get tilted. We've like hollered behind him, we've joked around, you know, just FD'd behind him, and he still just beat all of us no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at this. I see Aang's last stock, and I still know in the back of my head he can still do this. Like,
Oh,
he missed it.
Tricked himself.
God, all right.
And then the magic started
Aang the
happening.
untiltable.
And then Sergio starts playing sloppy, starts going in, starts getting hit.
This could be it. This could be it. That looks like it's. Oh. That's gonna.
Hitting the Avatar, bringing it back.
And then the fateful, he didn't have his jump, I guess.
Oh my God.
He's got to slow it down. He's got to. Oh my.
Aang does it. Aang brings it back for his boys.
FD is looking real proud right now. Congrats to FD.
Oh, fuck.
Y'all did that.
Yeah,
And you can see in the crowd, me. I'm there.
you're there.
And I got my shirt with the little anchors on it. And I'm just like stunned. Like you can see, like FD is popping the fuck off. Like you guys just won the fucking Super Bowl, and we're just like, like oh my god, you have no idea. It was the worst I've ever felt in 2017.
I don't think anyone's like. Pretty sure no one could have predicted the stock lead to the even to now.
Yeah, it was,
Stanky was hugging me. No, sorry. I always get SK and Stanky mixed up. SK like grabs me to hug me and just like elbows me right in the nose or something, and I was just like not mad about it.
Yeah. Ugh. And so
you told me Sergio didn't really. It took convincing.
I had to. He wouldn't even answer my fucking messages.
He's like that. Like trying to get a hold of Serge. If you're like, hey, do this, he'll just be like,
yeah. I was like, dude, and finally I was like, dude, either fucking come or don't, but just fucking tell me. I'm tired of this shit. He's like, okay, I come. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And yeah, and I actually never really forgave him for that because I was like, Serge didn't care, man. He doesn't care about us. He didn't want to try, and everyone's like, dude, Serge cared,
Serge loves
man.
us.
Serge loves us. He really did care, and I'm like, fuck that, and I still don't believe it to this day, which is fine.
They're like abused children with Sergio.
Yeah.
They're like, he doesn't respond out of love.
See what he did to Chong, and so
Chong he came up to me at Red Bull and he was like, dude, we need a team before you leave. It's like, I think it'd be a dope team. And he's like, as long as Chong's there to see it. That's what he said.
Oh my god!
He came up to me and he's asking to team, but
Jesus
that was
Christ.
his final sentiments were, make sure Chong's there to see us if we team.
He didn't bring back my GameCube that he had for months because he was like, I just can't deal with it, man. Chong's too sad. He just couldn't show up to the house. Anyway, So the aftermath was basically FD flipped out, the nerd that flipped out.
You know what? We still never went on the yacht.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ringler had this joke that he would
the
bring
Ringler
everybody on a yacht if they won the crew
FD
battle.
boat.
And you know, yachts are expensive, so I don't blame him.
Understandable.
You know, he's probably gonna see this and just he's gonna be back looking for one right now.
Go on yacht list.
Yachtlist.org.
And so yeah, ever since then, I started talking with Vince more, and I was like, hey, these guys aren't bad. And then Kenji's really cool, Smile's nice to me, and I was like, oh, you know, I guess we really are just a nation of humans.
Mm-hmm.
These lines that we draw between us,
In our head.
It was fun,
Imaginary.
they're
Yeah.
imaginary, and it was
Arbitrary.
fun. And now, Booper Bash Bundays is trying to steal our stees.
Yeah, I think the
Miles
funniest
loved that.
thing at the end, the funniest thing at the end of all of this is that you know, it really is about the people who make some sort of money, or the machine that is Smash Brothers had to recognize what a cool thing this
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
They got jerseys made out just like the Pepis.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And people
Little sus.
came
Yeah,
just to
it is a
see
little
the
sus.
crew battle, you know?
Yeah.
People were
Yeah,
like
the whole venue was watching it.
it was hype and it was sick, and the boys took their shirts off, and it was just like pure melee.
You can't recreate this with some like regional bracketing system, though.
Right.
And I'm not even allowed to play on the FD team because I was messaging the TOs. I was like, what do I have to do to play for like Long Beach or whatever? And they were like, you're just not allowed. You don't live there.
Like, oh,
And I
well.
was like, well, now I don't care.
Yeah, right. And so I guess it's like the big thesis statement is that like real gangsta shit, like when Melee's gang, it comes from the heart.
Yeah.
And that's what Pepis versus FD was.
It was all heart.
It was all heart, it was all beef, and it was all
real.
boys coming together.
What's funny is there was like crazy upsets going on in bracket that day that no one actually talks about. like I think Squid beat S2J that same day, and no one said anything about it.
I don't give a shit.
Yes.
It was on the side stream.
What? Yeah, you guys got the mainstream.
No, we didn't.
No, we got the side stream,
Yeah.
Wait,
man.
really?
Yeah,
And
we
the
were on like
side
Team
stream
Moxie
was
too. and
Nobody was watching the
Whoa.
it was like
mainstream.
100 people watching,
Team
and it was
Moxie.
people were popping off. It was great. Anyway, so there's all the lore. That's how it went down, really. And here we are now, an ambassador, a council, men
Witnesses.
joining nations together in commerce and trade and harmony and peace.
I like the post-crew battle world.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Even though it hurt me so fucking bad.
You know
Even though
what?
for a week I was shattered. I was just bummed.
You know what? I think if FD lose, things aren't the same as they are right now.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think Pepis would have rode that.
They would have
Hard.
rode it hard.
Into the ground.
And if
Yeah.
you look at it like post crew battle, Pepis is kind of like not in shambles, but there's like
They're muted.
people are kind of like spread out, making new friends, not so emboldened as they once were.
It really was a great war that
this is a meme war of SoCal Melee.
it changed things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm still pissed at Sergio to this day.
Learn how to wiggle out, you idiot.
Dude,
So yeah, if there's anyone in the chat who has any questions about whatever,
Yeah.
um,
We're all friends. At the end of the day, we're all getting sued.
that umbrella missing the ledge
Yeah, we're
was,
in
a,
this
was a
together.
rush.
my heart sank into my fucking stomach.
You can see him sweating about it right now, dude. It's just like,
It's bullshit. Did anyone say anything in chat?
yeah, just at the meta shift, and Jet will mouth off your questions.
Compa says talk about Ransel. Holka.
I thought you were talking about the
Ransel?
King of Downey for a second.
Yeah, right. You know, I gave him my bracket. I DQ'd out of losers at Gods and Gatekeepers because Plup was like wanted to do his interview now, and I'm like, sorry,
Yeah.
I work for TV now, boys. So the person I had to play to get out was fucking Compa. So I was like, go with God,
Yeah.
please. And then he just got dicked by RJ into in round 2, but that's how it goes.
Happens.
Ransel. You know what? I'm not equipped to talk about that. I feel like SD's memes belong to SD, and that guy's really funny. And I don't want to step on their bit by sort of talking about it. Maybe one day when Chroma comes down, we'll talk about Ransel.
That's a good guess.
But dead that
Dude, I
For
told
now.
for now.
that chat with you talking about somebody about Anime Squad 420.
And just Anime Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the anime school.
I've never been on NetPlay before.
Really?
Yeah, so
When you were like, I paid good money for this information.
I did, yeah.
And he was like, do you take chroma coin? Like that.
Take chroma coin?
That whole
Yeah.
conversation was so funny to me that it felt scripted.
No, it was good. Yeah. That was
like each person was really.
That was with Meme Lord. Meme Lord traded me some secret information for that information.
Yeah.
Which I
Did
initially
he end up
paid
coming
for.
through with that picture that he said he had for you?
Yep.
He gave it to you.
Yep.
You have it.
Yeah, I'll show you guys after this.
Ooh,
That's
I don't even know about
contraband.
this.
It is contraband. Totally legal. Anyway.
Nigo asked, where did That's Gang come from? SK's Instagram?
Yeah.
So Nigo asked, where
Okay,
did
so-
That's Gang come from? Yes, it literally came from SK's Instagram.
yeah,
I think
the Rich Kenji picture.
Kenji in general is responsible for That's Gang being widely appropriated.
He's just so fucking clean every day, bro. He just
love
shows
Kenji.
up with the cocaine white Nikes and the fitted jeans.
I
That
took
fitted.
a picture of Kenji outside of Power 9, and I couldn't up the contrast because the shoes were just so glaring white against the blacktop that it was fucking up my camera.
He's just always fresh.
And whenever you mention it, he's just like, "Oh, thanks, man. Just got the new J's last week, actually."
He pulled out his controller. It's like chromed out and shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it
that
has like a
gold
little
on it.
Uzi charm on it. Like, a gold Uzi.
The white and gold one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one. That's Gang.
It's gang.
It is gang. That's an artifact. It should be an artifact.
It should.
That's the most trapped out controller I've ever seen. A lot of people show me their custom controllers and they're like, see-through buttons, lights up when you do a shine.
Like Falco's pulling his butthole apart.
This one looks like 2 Chainz' controller.
Yeah,
really
and that's
does.
fucking sick.
Yeah, Kenji's he's a legend.
Looks like Chanel collaborated with him on it. Real talk.
It's clean. It doesn't have a fucking Yoshi pulling his butt apart.
You like it?
They want to know, what are your thoughts on FD closing and what's the plan for the boys?
What are thoughts on FD closing and what is the plan for the boys?
It's the end of an era. It really is.
It honestly was pretty sad. Like,
Yeah.
That photo of everyone together, even though I've only been here for a little while, that got me on when I was online.
it made you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And in the photo, Angel is in the corner.
That makes it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's a genuine FD picture.
That
That's
one
all you
that,
know.
like, when you remember Melee when we're all old, and you frame that, and your dad's like, "Who's this guy?" It's like, "That's Uncle. You know, SK. He's right. Look, he's yeah." You're like, and who's that? And you're like, "That was Hang the Avatar."
Hang the avatar.
And he never stopped grinding.
That's like
Some say he's still on the setup now.
that's like the picture at the end of the Sandlot that they have.
Yeah.
And it's like Angel's like
We
yeah,
never
he got-
we separated a bit after that summer.
yeah.
It's like the guy who got really into the 60s and no one ever saw him again. It's like, yeah, Angel got really into friendlies and no one ever saw him again.
He just kept saying, "Run it back."
SK got gunned down and in a Denny's club. And
A Denny's
That's
club,
right,
yeah.
Denny's.
he got gunned down in a Roscoe's.
He was
They
at
wanted
a-
the sneaks, man.
One of the snakes.
He was at Norm's owned by a
He was at Norm's and he got gunned down for his sneaks. And me and Nigo talked about it a little bit, but then I didn't see Nigo again.
Yeah, some big last day of summer vibes at that FD.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah, it ended like with the end of summer too. That's kind of
Yeah. On the eclipse.
poetic.
ooh, that's actually dangerous. That feels like some cursed shit.
It's just like
that's gay.
it was like
Yeah, that's
FD
gay.
was a front for a cult, and they just all go outside and just stare at the sun.
And just phase up into the sky.
It's like Berserk, and then just like gay porn just starts playing in the sky.
Swab on my knob is playing somewhere in the distance.
Follow my knob chamber music. Just
Dude, that's what it sounds like. Just sensory deprivation. It's like they're in a sensory deprivation chamber, and they go outside and just look at the sun and just never
Luis
see.
just starts pouring out cups of the Kool-Aid. He's like, "Now, my sons, FD is closing, but there's another FD awaiting us."
the FD in the sky.
The true final destination.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Well, on the horizon, I guess just look at Crazy Hand Gaming. We do have things planned.
yeah.
This isn't the end of the crazy hand.
It's not end of Crazy Hand Gaming. It is the end of the venue FD, but the boys, we have plans. To
they'll
do
be
some
on
The
the
stuff.
boys are still in the,
we're
they're-
still in the business.
Still whipping pies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're still out there.
Stanky and SK come to like every weekly. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, you really see who's hot and who's not at Daniel Montoya's event. That really is where the social.
That's another rip in peace. It's done now.
It's done forever.
He's like, maybe in the fall, but you know.
What a blip! What a moment in time. That
Yeah.
What a slice.
That
Yeah.
was a cool tournament. Got hot dogs.
Yeah, it was
You
like
got Johnny
Mayhem. It was
Kim farming
the
it?
actual Mayhem Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was a weekly, and like
There's an In-N-Out right there. You got parking.
It was good, man.
yeah.
You got Daniel Montoya. I won the tournament. The next week he seeds me 17th.
No, are you kidding?
Straight. I'm not shitting you. Down the line that happened.
Fuck.
That's so sick.
And Chong was
That
TOing
takes
as
so
well.
much balls.
But, dude, the
Yeah,
lineup,
you won, but like I think you could do a little better.
the
We're
lineup
gonna-
wasn't stacked. Like, Chong's like going off about how good of a TO he is, and he's like, "Oh, Daniel doesn't know what the fuck's going on." He's on the laptop, and I'm like, "You pressed OK on that bracket with me seated 17th. Like you let
Fuck
that,
yeah, baby.
You let that side." He's like, Daniel, he did it all. He just like handballed it to him straight away.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Daniel Montoya says,
Mods, I'm gonna need you to ban Daniel Montoya.
Wait, sorry, what is it?
What do you say?
it's for sure coming back in October.
Hell yeah.
Daniel Montoya says it's for sure coming back in October.
Sick.
That's game.
He said someone else seeded that tournament.
Someone else seeded that
just-
tournament,
just
huh?
All he did is somebody
Well,
else.
the only other
So
person.
you just pass it to the left? Is
Yeah,
that how
yeah.
it works? You just
It's like
You
you
play
Chong. It's just Chong passing it to him and him passing it to Chong. And
Well,
no
who
one
could have
else
seeded
is.
it then?
it was strong.
Ranch
and-
Panda.
Yeah, right. Which you know.
They're gonna blame. He's
Oh, it's Ranch
unironically
Panda?
blaming Ranch Panda right now.
A man who can't even defend himself. Right now.
Fuck, you guys are sus.
Dude, how are you gonna go to a venue and make pay, and then like doubles is still going 45 minutes into singles. Singles hasn't started. My man's is playing a friendly, and Ranch Panda's seating me 17.
Daniel, I just can't wait until season 2 of Untilted, where we'll be
Daniel, I'm
streaming.
saying all this, but I'm still gonna come every
Where
week.
we
Losers
streaming that
round one.
losers round 1 Monday through Monday, baby.
Who's Reg Panda? Does he
He's
just play
a-
Dr. Mario?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, he's chill.
He's a cool dude.
Maybe not a great seeder.
I
but
love
he's
to
a good
talk
guy.
shit about this tournament, but honestly, when I go to tournaments and someone's like, "This TOing is disgusting. I hate this place," I'm just like, dude, like my honest criteria for a melee tournament is I can play a friendly, I can move around, and it doesn't take like 12 hours.
Right. Yeah, no.
Because I have nowhere to be. Some guy's like tapping his foot and stuff. He's like a neat. He's like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Is your mom coming to pick
I gotta
you
get
up?
home and seed hentai.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And I'm like, dude, like, don't act like this extra hour of this bracket running late is like time is money for you. you know?
Yeah.
I love how you said
Me and
seed.
Kenji always called.
Instead of download, it was like,
Yeah.
you gotta help your homies
The
out.
community, yeah.
Gotta get
It's
back.
a responsibility.
Yeah, you gotta get back, dude.
It's one of those
You just got
gated,
the feds
gated
watching
forums
me.
where you have to know someone to get the invite.
Yeah. I was on one of those, but I didn't seed enough, so
So you got kicked.
it was all legal.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah. That Untilted was like the antithesis of FD. Like you have FD, it's this dark, scummy place, but then you have Untilted, this like holy.
Literally in a church.
Yeah.
Literally in a church. You got like this beautiful lighting.
Yeah. No. Slava on a knob can't be heard for miles.
Nope.
Yeah.
Daniel Montoya earnestly just running that tournament. And there's hot dogs.
Yeah.
There's so many things that go right about that tournament that aren't the administration though. Like like 818 will go or 805. Like Army and stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
Like the venue's good, the parking's good. There's a lot of space inside there. There's people bring setups. Like a lot of tournaments don't get it that easy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, S2J just rolls through every week.
Yeah. Big farm.
Easy.
Big farm.
Anything else?
Zach Fair says Miles $100 money match.
Zach Fair challenging Miles to $100 money match?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, let's play first to 5. Zach Fair specifically. Yeah, I'll play.
Wow.
Zach is my boy. And I
That's-
also
Ask
stopped
him if he's
from
playing
getting
Jigglypuff.
DQ'd.
Who's he playing?
He's probably been hearing stories from Ludwig, dude.
Why does Ludwig take games?
Yeah, Ludwig thinks he's hot.
Ludwig's up on Miles.
He beat me at Bigger Belk when I was legitimately having motion sickness. I was that hungover.
Oh, was it that's the John?
Got him,
You
dude.
saw me the night before. I said, "Hey, what's up, man? Like long time no see. Like I saw you last night."
Yeah, you you literally didn't remember hugging me and saying, "Hey, bud."
Kramer asks Vince how his kid is doing.
Kramer asked Vince how his kid is doing.
Ask Zach
That
Fair if
question's
he's
in
for
such
real.
bad taste.
By the way,
Next question.
Yeah?
Oh, it is.
That was good.
I was like freaking out for a bit.
I was like,
oh.
did Vince have a miscarriage or something? Jesus. Ban Kramer. Anything else? I think we'll wrap it pretty soon.
Ben Kramer.
Unmod Kramer 2017.
Next major for everyone.
Next major
house,
for
big house.
everyone.
I was thinking about going to that Pepis Camp Pepis
Camp
tournament.
Smash Camp?
Yeah.
AZ
Dude,
guys
that's
are
gonna be
really
awesome,
fun.
dude.
Yeah. If you go, it'll be a really good
Is
time.
that after
It's
Pat's?
before Pat's house.
Okay.
It's a week before Pat's house.
I really wish I could go to that.
Are you
And,
going to Pat's house? Or are you gonna be out?
I'm going for Pat's house.
season
Which is really
season
sad
3.
because like it sounds like a real renaissance, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be high.
It's gonna be sick.
Dude, West Ball's at Pat's house. Everyone's like, oh, maybe that's where you missed it down here, bro.
yeah, that's him.
Are you
But,
are you, are you
He looked
roasting
at you
me?
during your commentary.
He looked
set.
at me during when I said that.
Yeah, because you've been stomping that bit recently, but you've been saying it.
I didn't
ironically, too.
stomp it. I said it once, and he was there. It was so upsetting.
It's a bit homicide.
Anyway, I didn't kill the bit.
No,
Yeah.
you did. You didn't. Just for the record, he didn't. Don't feds who are watching. Don't get the wrong idea.
I don't kill bits. I'm going to Big House. Miles,
you
go?
actually
Go to
are?
his house,
Yeah, I've been reg for a while.
Hey, you guys
I got
going to
the flight.
STR? Nobody's talking about it. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
in our backyard.
I'm commentating at Smash the Record actually.
Oh,
so
cool.
catch it. There was a Reddit thread. Someone was like, "What's your commentator tier list?" And Peach Ice Tea linked it to me because someone put me in their honorable mention. Some motherfucker put me in C tier with Fendi and Wife. And so I was like, see me in the parking lot, motherfucker.
C tier.
And I was like, you know what? The thing is,
C-lister?
it was so. It was actually a cool breakdown because it's very all over the place. Like only Phil was the unanimous like S tier guy, but commentary,
Phil?
you can't please people. Yeah,
We're talking about commentary at majors. It's kind of like
Yeah.
I like Phil and Waffles, but they just hit the yeet on basketball references too much.
you think so?
I love basketball references.
I fucking love that
basketball
about that, dude.
Basketball references are the best.
Dude.
It's cool, but like
They're why they're melee sweethearts. You know, we just love them.
Dude, no, basketball references are my shit, dude. When they
I don't even watch basketball.
Miles,
But,
you're
like,
not with it.
I mean, you're just talking to a community of nerds, and suddenly it's gang to be like making very, very specific basketball stats references. I'm like that.
Mango showed up at Smash Gods and Gatekeepers in a Kobe jersey.
I mean, I know that they love it, but like what I'm saying is like these guys are getting specific on like season game point
Dude,
averages or
I
something.
think you're yucking their yums right now, dude. I think
No, that's
like-
just like commentary. You have to be about everyone's yums, and I feel like most.
No.
That's the
players-
thing, though. You can't.
You
Like
ever
that's
see-
what that thread made me see was that like this graph breakdown was like it's all over the place.
I don't know how you and like if someone was like name 3 commentators and like have an odd one out, Fendi, Wife, and then you.
Yeah,
Like
apparently
one of
I'm
these things
on.
is not like the others.
yeah.
People think I look like Wife because we're both white.
Actually,
You're
now
both
that
gay,
I
too.
see that, it kind of Jesus.
Come on, man. No, I think we just have similar noses and stuff.
Yeah, and you,
I'm not offended. Wife can get it.
yeah. No, you
I-
kind
I
of do
did
look
it.
like a wife.
No. Is that it? We a rapper?
We got a good one.
Okay.
Dude,
Vince-
is Zach Fair serious about this $100 money match?
Yeah, run it. We'll run that along with
How
Vince's
drunk do I have to
call
be
out.
to rip his $100 bill?
Yo, if you
Dude,
do,
that'd be so
it's gonna be the most
gangster.
gang thing
Yeah,
I've
that'd
ever
be
seen.
gang.
in the wor-
Considering
I might cry, honestly.
All right,
And
Rip it up, hit the dab.
we'll let you know. We'll-
just-
yeah.
and reject.
And stanky leg. Is that why you jerked? Because there's stanky leg incorporation.
He would never do something that like.
I was wondering.
Referencing.
Okay, I respect that. Thank you for being real about
Dude,
it.
He saw.
When do you think
he
it'll be
saw
cool
a
to
video on
crank that
YouTube
again?
where people were doing it on
that.
high school.
I think 2 years tops.
benches
I
and
think it's two
tables
years.
at the cafeteria.
I'll keep
and
that one in mind. 2 years tops, and that's vintage. Like kids don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, like you could crank that, people would be confused.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video?
And you're just
of-
like, I just lean to the left a little.
Have you seen the video of the kids like into a fight and the guy's like beating the shit out of the kid and pin drops middle of beating his ass and then continues to beat his ass?
No.
It's a World
This is
Star
World
video.
Star.
That sounds like the
It's
best video
great,
ever.
dude. Look it up. It's you can find it on YouTube. It's
I
just
love World Star.
kid pin drops during fight. That's all you
Dude,
need.
living in America, World Star feels a lot more real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
you feel like
definitely.
it's just around the corner.
Yeah, whereas in Australia, World Star is like this weird, like it's like a spectacle. It's like this weird thing we're ogling and we're like, this is not part of our culture.
I love World Star, but the thing is, like, World Star goes from lit to dark so quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when
there-
someone sends
I
you a
remember this
live
one
link
girl
and you're
got
like,
hit in an alley, and I was like, oh, like I don't want to see
It gets
that.
to near deep web shit.
Yeah,
Like you're on
dude.
the live link and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, oh damn, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know what I hate is when they do like just really long brawl videos that to close it
The
out.
compilation.
I
the
don't
fight
give a shit.
compilation?
No, the brawl video. Like in the fight comp, they got the knockouts, and those are gang.
Yeah.
And then in the brawl videos, it's just like 3 minutes of McDonald's where like 40 people are fighting.
Yeah, I love
And
those though.
I don't watch those. I'm like,
People
I
get
can't,
down in like that in
I-
Australia.
there's no character
40 on
that I
40.
can attach myself to.
You need the backstory to
Yeah,
get involved.
there's
yeah.
it's like Game of Thrones, but like sped up. Like, I can't
Yeah.
follow it. You know.
Do you guys ever see Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, rip.
Rip in peace.
On LimeWire, when he was just fighting
Yeah.
people in fucking yards
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
for
talking
like
about.
$100.
Yeah, no, that was the era of like those were possibly the glory days of like World Star Backyard Fighting. I
It
think.
was,
Yeah.
dude. Remember that guy that got his like fucking nose broken?
He was
like,
the dude. He was
you
the
remember that? That fucking changed me. You remember that?
No, I don't know. This is so
Kimbo
weird.
Slice was like the Mango of backyard fighting.
Yeah.
Like he would just show up and he was just like talented.
Yeah, and then his hype man be like, "Yeah, let's go, Kimbo,
And
get him, Kimbo," and he'd just be like, and then just fucking crack some dude's face open.
You know what the most fucked up thing about that circuit is though? Is like what website are they posting on to hook this up? And then like the like his hype man's there filming or something, and the other guy's hype man's there as well. So it's just 4 guys standing in a yard. Like, did him and his friend just come and knock on the door and, hey man, it's us. They like drink some lemonade and stuff
Yeah.
inside.
You
And
think
they're like,
they
so we're gonna
mingled
get to it
beforehand?
then?
Yeah, all right, well, let's start it, guys. You know, get cameras rolling.
Yeah, get out there.
Let's
and
get
then,
to it.
And then his boy's out there as well, and he's like, sorry, your boy couldn't win, man. He's like, no, it was really hype, but I mean, his friend is just
There was literally, he was like,
KO'd.
and it was like, it fucking changed me.
The guy was slumped, dude.
I'll find it for you guys.
slumped. He was-
I'll
he-
send it to you guys.
I know the video he's talking about. I used to binge on Kimbo Slice
You
for a
guys-
while.
yeah, me too.
Followed him up to the UFC. and
Him
sold
and
out.
Milf Hunter started.
Kimbo, you would watch
Kimbo was taking
Kimbo
off.
Slice videos, and then just like, you know, you're feeling some type of way, switch over to a MILF Hunter video, do what you do, and then back to Kimbo Slice,
Back to
dude.
Kimbo.
That
Well, half
was-
the time you download the Kimbo Slice videos, you're getting a MILF Hunter or a Heather Deep Throat video, so it doesn't like. You're just fucked, dude.
Well, no, that's a win-win-win.
Or a fucking Linkin Park AVI.
Or just a giant file that is like does
or
nothing.
AMD.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just you click on it and does nothing, and then a week later your computer doesn't work.
Yeah.
Your mom's gateway
Or it's
doesn't
just
work.
an
It says
audio file.
AVI.exe.
It's just an audio file of someone yelling slurs. I've gone to that before.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
Yeah, people used to do that where they would upload songs.
But it's
And they
just,
just-
someone swearing at you.
Yeah, or
Them
screaming
yelling
something,
hard
or
R's
like,
and
or it'd be like porn, but only the audio, so you just hear like people moaning and shit.
Jesus. Well,
It's gang.
one more question.
From Nico, why is there no talk about John Lemon?
John
Why is there no
Lennon.
talk about John Lemon? What's to talk about? I think he's a stand-up
Lemon's a
guy.
straight up guy.
Yeah, John Lemon's. Yeah, he's a cool
He's
dude.
lit.
Yeah, he's just
Sometimes
all around great person, enjoyable to be around, funny.
Yeah,
Just-
this
You know-
table is a fan of John Lennon.
Yeah.
Lemon's never like really wiling out.
Yeah, no, like
I feel like he's got some dark shit going on. Like
No,
he's like has
he
a
doesn't,
switchblade.
though.
no, he doesn't.
No,
He's really nice.
Yeah, he's just really
He's wholesome, dude.
yeah. He's actually a really wholesome guy.
Yeah.
Like even during like the craziest hefty moments, he's just like, "What the heck?" and laugh and like,
this is crazy.
"This is crazy. Why'd you do that? Why are you putting porn on the TV?" And then get back to his friend. Then, you know,
And then Nigo's just drinking lead and just looks at him like, "What are you doing here?"
He just walks. He just walks into the. He walks into the dark room and he's just like, "Wow, you guys are really."
you guys
having a
going all the way with this, huh?
guys.
Wrangler's just cooking up crack, just like ready to pack it up and sell it.
He's like, you shouldn't do that, Ringler. That's illegal.
He's like, "How do you think I got so much money?"
He's like, Ringler's rich, baby.
Spencer's got the rubber
like-
band around his arm,
Dude,
just
there-
ready to go.
There's this video someone posted on Twitter. It's like some rapper, and they're in this really nice house, and there's just this dude fucking this girl on a couch, and this other guy's just sitting on the other side of the couch, just smoking a blunt, and they're just like, it's like they couldn't be doing anything more relaxed. Like,
Just
yeah.
how they get down, man.
I was like, Jesus Christ. That's how FDU is.
Yeah, one kind of fun John Lemon story is that the night, the tournament's over, we're all leaving, we're calling it quits. I'll lock the door. I just asked John Lemon, Christian, like, hey, Christian, have you even ever thrown a chair before? And he's like, no, I haven't. Yeah. And so I just tell him, like, we're about to lock up. This is it. Here.
The last one?
Yeah, the last FD.
Oh, shit.
Never thrown a chair. And we're about to leave. If I didn't bring it up, he never would have thrown a chair, I don't think.
And so he did it.
Dude, he fucking threw it.
He just whipped that shit.
All of it came out. I was like, dude, calm down. You
can't straight into that big stomping out the chair.
He throws it directly at Aang, who's still playing a friendly.
Just unfazed.
That's like actually such a beautiful moment. And then like the light shut off and then it fades to black and then it just says executive producer Dick Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of FD.
Some say that
Freaking
chair
love
was
Law and
still
Order.
clattering to this day. The echoes could still be
The
heard.
echoes of the chairs being thrown.
Slob on my knob can still be heard.
Yeah. The next people get the venue.
Just one bass note.
Angel got the soundtrack to FD on his like iPod so he could put it in and listen while he's playing friendly.
It's just like recording from a tournament.
It's just bass, like white noise.
He needs it to perform.
Well, guys, that's I think we'll wrap it. Vince, thank you for coming on and forging an alliance. And
what a beautiful world.
It's a changed world, and some of us had to be humbled, and I'm one of those people. That among others.
I just think can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, and a few eggs got cracked.
It's true.
Everywhere, and now you have a beautiful omelet.
Yeah,
seasoned,
and we're all eating the omelet. And
plenty of cheese.
And it's great.
We're eating it in person, though, not on Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's still plenty of memes to be had.
That's right.
Like, no memes had to die for this to happen.
In fact, I feel like some memes were strengthened.
No bits were killed.
No bits were killed.
So, yeah, thank you for coming on. Guys, FD, whatever Crazy Hand Gaming does in the future, it'll have that spirit of FD and that weird, wild shit that, honestly, for all the shit we give it, is the essence of Melee.
It is, yeah.
And keep an eye on it.
I feel like anything FD goes on to do now, there's a certain legacy attached to that, and like ASeders Gaming and stuff, they're gonna do some. That's someone with zero cred, but I feel like FD has so much cred now, like people will go.
If ASeders got swapped out for the FD crew to run a 2K pop bonus major,
everyone would go.
Yeah,
people would go.
Yeah,
and that's.
Maybe.
So I think there's like FD could always run events.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's over, but not. It's done, but not over. I don't know, man.
Over, but not forgotten.
Just cut the broadcast.
I'm bad at
Cut it.
Cut to black. Dun, 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 dun,
Let's put some Falco dinners.
Oh, I'm down.
Huh?
Yeah, just
do it.
Play us off. Bass boosted.
Are we out?
Please, SoundCloud.
Are we off? Well, great. Thank you.